Ini mah. Ini mah main unrated main kompe.
Kompe lah, main unrated tidak suka.
Rank apa mah kok? Kok rank apa?
Main unrated lah. Aku belum ada ringnya.
Mau unrated kompenin jadinya. Aku
Unrated lah. Kompe lah. Unrated.
berarti aku pakai akun silver kan, Bang. Aigo.
Pecah, Cok.
Apa, Cok? Apa yang pecah mah?
Halo, halo, halo.
Hoi, apa yang pecah? Hah?
Cek, 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 cek.
Cek, cek, cek.
Cek, 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 cek,
Hoi,
cek.
hoi. Suaraku deh mah. Oh mah.
Cek, cek, cek.
Oi, oi.
Wah,
Kau dengar suara aku deh?
ada dengar apa?
Nggak bocor gak?
Halo.
Hoi.
Nggak ada, Cok.
Cek, 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 cek. Ada nggak?
Nggak salah, nggak.
Cek, cek, cek. Kau yang error anjing.
Ada.
Udah. Kau error, Cok.
Aku yang error, Cok.
Sweep play deathmatch lo sekali ya.
Hmm?
Deathmatch lo sekali. Pemanasan, bah. Ajak main kali ya.
Yang aja kan, Cok. Mau aja yang jago.
Wah, tidur.
Masa aku harus beli headset gitu?
Tapi tak mungkin Brian tidur jam segini sih.
Mana gue lebar?
Warm up.
Kau di mana, mah? Kau pakai apa, mah?
Aku pakai fade.
Fed. Apa sih? RTO sih. Mana, coy?
Anjay, dibunuhnya aku, Cok. Mah.
Game easy wah, cok. Mana lah game easy kayak gini, cok, cok. Fade, Fade. Fade, 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 Fade.
Masa
Fade.
ketemu Sat.
Pokoknya hilang pokoknya ketemu akun. Ya ada mati, cok, cok. Wah, kocak lah.
Nggak wokong, Cok.
Hmm? Alah, mak.
Kocak. Udah.
Anjir, kaget aku, cok.
Anjir. Sat.
Ah, di situ, Cok. Wah, anjir timing sekali ya. Main ini timing, Cok. Siapa pergi pakai Phantomnya?
Kocak barbar.
Pakai
Aku bandel deh.
Sama kebal.
Ngapa?
Kebalannya?
Ngapa?
Ini kepala. Ya, ini kepala balik gimana?
Hah?
Ini kepala balik.
Lama.
Kaget aku anjing.
Ngacau kuadrakil gua. Emang berekam jalan tuh. Emang am.
Gila ndak senggos padahal tuh. Sial.
Aku nggak biar nyampein bom.
Apa?
Misi bom.
Anjir.
Hah?
Aku nggak main misi bom.
Lagi DM, deathmatch
Aku tidak dong.
sama berat Albar. Ini ya beda makronya dengan ini lah, dengan PB ya.
Betul. Dia mulai sniper nggak bisa digoyang berat.
Nembak nggak boleh bergerak Kak. Lari guru kan.
Nanti tidak.
Nggak bisa sih mah, langsung pak kan.
Main PB ya nyaman. Lari
Tapi
terbang.
udah bergerak sambil nembak
Aduh.
untuk apa?
Ini lah yang
Alah mak kepala lagi dia.
Betul.
Pakai Phantom sial, Phantom dia nih.
Belum musuh kan tidak?
Semua musuh nih.
Iya. Ini ada berkawan.
Nah,
Nggak ada.
Ma anjing dari kanan. Sial.
Kocak bar.
Oh, Cok, ngaco perang, Cok.
Udah kau recoil lah, susah kendalikan lah.
Dia macam PB di titel ya bang.
Nggak ada.
Oh berarti maksudnya biar pemula pun tidak apa-apa ya.
Udah nggak mau. Senjata ada, bisa beli.
Macam PB ya.
Bisa beli ini di pas game.
Berarti kan terbuka semua.
Udah. Dia tuh hero-nya.
Oh. Tidak boleh informasi semua.
Enggak, beli kita ngumpulkan nanti baru bisa beli hero. Macam ML lah,
PP.
Oh. ngumpulkan dia nanti baru bisa beli hero.
Dia mengenal kekuatannya nanti.
Hero-nya ada skill-skill gitu. Lari Jok, luru ah. Ini nyaman deh.
Pasti tidak bisa.
Cupu Jok.
Hah?
Cupu yang main sniper kan.
Sampai pistol kan.
Kalah. Mak jago gitu dia paling atas.
Kau ni mah.
Toki Jok masih tidak terus.
Berdua lagi tak main tiga.
Kedua mah. Oh.
Ada dapat disentak lah betul dia nonton live streaming dan dulu awal-awal baru belum
Udah
dulu sering kan streaming awal-awal
nggak main. Emang nggak dapet Kak. Diam kenapa?
dapat kita
Alah.
Ada yang mati kan? Ada yang mati Odin.
Masa pakai Odin teh? Mama sialan kau mama. Sini kau mah. Sini kau.
Kocak.
Sini kau,
Dek.
Sini kau.
Ngapain, Dek?
Sini kau mampus kau, Pakai OP dia anjing. Mau ke OP kami akunin,
Jago dia itu.
Kills remaining. Sit down.
Wah, sak 5 gig dia tu jago.
Pakai OP kami ha.
Ayan.
Antek ni.
Boleh lah kita pakai OP yo.
Bodoh lah, benda terlewat 2 kali.
Dah kali dia lewat dia.
Ada pun ke mana ada?
Dah ada. Oh dah, cok anjing Alvar itu cok. Anjing. Baru sangat kilo bar
Ngapu. Alah. Bisa nak biar teh.
Wah anjing.
Mana biar
Alvar
ni?
jumpa cok.
Kau pakai OP ya? Aku dah pakai OP tadi ya, sial.
Yes. Di mana kau bar?
Di C.
No. Top up dia.
Nak mati biar teh. Wah, belakang ramah sial. Sini kau mas, sini kau mas, sini kau mas.
Kecil nak beda tim. Anjing. Di mana kau bar?
Tempat tadi Im.
Wah, aing wah.
kill remaining. 1 minute.
Anjing.
Alah, di sian ki biar teh.
Dah semua dah aku kocak. Kok anjing?
Aduh.
Kau pasang yang kemarin dia bang. Tapi kau beli bang, SSD dah.
Pasang.
Dah.
Dah bang. Gila, mic mah mendap teh. Sonya mendap.
Kalau pakai di motor tak mesti belum lah.
Talak cok, gila.
Easy dek.
Keluar. Lebih banyak aku bunuh orang.
Alah. Kau umpeinin dia.
Match found.
Nah, aku pakai harbor ya. Belum tahu. Bar, sini teh ada berapa no? Ada berapa tempat masang bom?
Jangan apa nih? Sak dua mah.
Split. Nyaman harbornya naman sopai. Aku pakai harbor ya lah.
Aku pakai apa ya mah? Kurang ini
Choose
sih.
your agent.
Oh bujuran cok. Mikku yang mendap Mikku yang mendap tadi Yuk bar, kita bantai-bantai.
Let's go.
Aku masih nge-lab deh baru.
Masih.
Anjay.
Feels like just yesterday I was chopping palette at the store. Wonder if that place is still standing. Reloading.
Oke guys, let's go guys. Hmm. Kosong sih.
Di atas.
Terus kok. Wah, mati coy, kenapa coy?
Enemy remaining.
Mana coy satunya coy? Ma.
Sumpah bos nih kok.
Ma, aku es ma.
Sumpah.
Ngapa ma?
Nggak boleh kalah. Tapi beneran.
Ma, aku es ma.
Anjay.
Es. Sini lo, bagi lo speknya.
Udah.
Es aku tuh, anjir. Aku satu gitu sih mah. Yuk mah. Balok mah. Sabar. Enggak ada sih. Sorry. Cek belakang.
Kok masang kan?
Pasang.
Wingman's planting. Rush is ready. One enemy remaining. Thanks, Wing. It's long, you go.
Remember, wipe the pins from your hands. It's just good crime scene.
Anjay cok. Kena gendong.
Jelas lah bos. Mau ke BG kah? Ke A lah, ke A.
Boleh.
Right there.
Ayo. Santai. Kosong. Smoke mah.
Ke? Nah.
Ke set.
Spike, Wing.
Anjay.
Spike sticking. Thanks, little man.
Bentar.
You did good.
Jaga belakang, jaga flank.
Oh,
Ada yang mau nonton Indonesia Om, tunggu ya.
One enemy remaining.
Aku datang menit 85 nih.
Indonesia mana game main kayaknya.
Bawah ke bawah.
Belakang.
Sampai ini dengan dua lombok datang. Tas.
Salah.
Tim e-sport apa nih bang? Tim e-sport anti cafe.
Lidah macam sidak-sidak.
Tidak bisa, Cok.
Keluar awas dulu kau sidak-sidak.
Aku smoke. Bar, belikan bar. Masih enggak.
Duit kau banyak sial. Oh, habiskan dulu duit konan.
Udah.
Udah, aku udah.
You have Omen?
I do not have it.
No, I don't need.
Okay.
Gas dinin.
Belok. Sabar.
Amen.
Tolong. Di kanan tadi.
Wingman's gonna plant spike. Back to me. Crash is ready.
Oh, anjing.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Satunya itu, Cok. Nice.
Anjing nak
Nice.
gendong, Cok.
Aku ini, Cok, apa?
Wah, aku
Hey, siapa? Dia skin tante?
Minta Cyper deh, skin Phantom.
apa bar kata nanti bar?
Minta skin Phantom Cyper katanya.
Hantam bro.
Belilah.
Rek, bro. Nah, mati dia, Cok.
There's my buddy. My ultimate is ready.
Belakang lo, Cok.
Spike drop. I have retrieved the spike.
Kiri anjir. Lah, di kiri anjir be itu.
Santai.
Halo Rehan, apa Rehan? Kau Rehan, hah? Emang KA sih enak sih. Tapi enak defense ini ya.
Ya, yep.
Jangan dilempar loh, Jangan. Jangan lo. Kosong kan lo. Dia. Situ dia. Nice. Langsung apa? Di situ. Di situ ya. Lah, kamagian Gi.
Gue jarang deh.
Planting. Spike planted. Thanks, wings.
Wah, jelek buat skinnya.
Gue jarang dia bar jam.
Ada musuh di set soalnya. Bahaya.
Oh,
I need this. My thanks.
Sampai tidur. Main HP sampai tidur gitu maksudmu?
This is gonna be fun.
Ntar ya. Ini dapat nih satu nih coba. Kok nggak mau dia muncul ya? Mana sih cuy? Ah, ke blending cok.
See ya. Crash is ready. The hunt begins.
One enemy remaining.
Spike wings. Spike's ticking. Thanks, little man.
Di situ. Kosongan mah. Mah, mundur mah, mundur mah.
Last player
Ah,
standing.
di atas yuk.
Di atas kah?
Di bawah, di bawah, di bawah, di bawah.
Santai bu, santai bu.
Anjay. GG bang.
All right, homies, chill. We'll go again. Damn, you love being here. Like, way
Banyak
too
yuk,
much.
beli apa lagi?
Na. Ngantuk cok, tapi malas tidur kayak insomnia gitu. Apa iya?
Good, what the?
Mau main MC lo? Kanan mah, kanan mah.
Up for more?
Ini ana.
One enemy remaining.
Atas.
Big man's gonna plant spike. Right there.
Turun.
Ah, di bawah cok.
Udah turun dah cok.
Call out sick next time, yeah?
Sorry.
Going again.
I have extra money if anyone needs.
Oh ha. Mana?
Ada katanya yang duit banyak dah.
Aku udah paling banyak cok. Ini aja mah ya mah. Udah mah, kau pancing situ ya. Ada heal ya.
Nice.
Ke B. Udah boleh lah ke B. Tapi bahaya sekali guys.
Ah, anjing si peluru.
One enemy remaining.
Anjir. Nice.
Anjing. Ah, jangan cok.
Apa yang jangan cok?
Cypher skinnya dapat.
Oh, origin gua. Mak 17 killku teh, tidak terasa.
Anjay.
Matiku satu. Hati-hati, sian ada. Gila, ada. Kalau aku mah dapat sih itu. Kalau aku sih dapat sih.
Dalam, Cok.
Got the spike, Wings. Shot my wingman.
Ada di kanan sih, ada di kanan sih. Wah, anjir. Mati aku, Cok. Nice. Tuh. Kanan.
Last player standing.
Anjir.
Ya ilah.
One enemy remaining.
Oh tuh, nengok. Wah, nice. Nice banget.
Anjay.
Nice bro. Kena ulti ini aku timingnya.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
Kelas nanti lagi.
I have extra money if anyone needs.
Oh, Jet yang bilang banyak duitnya.
Aku ya masin Mas mah. Aku sudah dapat sih. Lah. Udah lah. Rotate cok. Tahan ya situ.
Nah, biar terbukti malahan.
Enemy spotted mid.
Lah kanan. Yes. Satu di sini kiri.
I have retrieved the spike.
Kayak. Wah, di kanan di coy, di mid rupanya. Sial, hoki bertorang. Hati-hati, cok. Di sini nih, bro.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, hyper. Saving enggak sih itu? Oh, enggak sih. Wah, berani banget dia.
Last
Anjay, aku
round in the half.
nggak ada ngapa-ngapa, Cok.
Spend it.
Ini aku,
Extra money if anyone needs.
Aku nggak ada ngapa-ngapa, Cok.
ini aku dapat satu sih harusnya. Udah bagus Sam.
Ándale.
Mau spek di koi mah. Oke, careful. Alah, nggak bisa gitu, cowok.
You are divided.
Nyaman nin aku nin kayak gini nin.
Someone is B.
Hati mah. Dari belakang sih. Careful ya. Masa saving? Nggak mungkin saving lah. Gila kau saving, cok. Last round anjir. Ya mati lama, kocak mama.
Hei, apa gini?
One enemy remaining.
Setidaknya dapat kill lama gitu, Mang.
Switching sides.
Need a drop. Reloading.
Mau balik kayak kau deh.
Di mana amba? Mau pakai? Ada mah.
Mamit mah.
Sabar lo.
Udah mah aku mah. Ko A.
Nanti mana?
God, bro.
They better try something else.
Ngapa Rehan? Kalah kah Rehan? Wah, rame banget di situ coy. Wah, jelek banget ghost gua. Ghost gua jelek banget. Anjir.
Slow man.
Konyol banget sih. Ngapa? Konyol kenapa kau? Mid itu ya, dua-duanya mid.
One enemy remaining.
Beling. Nice.
Like I was the stronger.
My ultimate isn't ready.
Match
God.
point.
Match point coy.
Match point dong, Cok.
Yalah bos. Gua lagi gabut. Gabutnya cok. Ya iyalah. Kok gabut sih?
Blow 'em up, man.
Gini cok.
Di A.
Tahan lo dia. Di happen.
Oh. 101.
Enemy remaining.
I'm good for 3.
Menang.
Defenders win.
One more.
Wah, tak ada ngapa-ngapa menang.
GG gua.
MVP lah Jang. Apa pergi Jang? Ya Allah, Jang.
Ogar. Sidak ngajak ML bar.
Siapa cok?
Honpa sama Padel. Kata ente asal kau jago main ML.
Pajo.
Tidak ada Albar mah nih sih. Gimana bar?
Pajo.
Gas ya?
Malas aku main. Boleh. Bentar.
Ah.
Coba yuk.
Pajo. Main dong lah.
Wih. Apa halnya?
Malas.
Oh, asli. Ketempat hotel apa? Tidak semangat game ketinggi.
Udah.
Kiki ada tuh.
Dia akan diem.
Oh. Jadi ayo ngomong kita mematahkan statement Fatur. Dia akan dia. Siapa yang Albar ngomong. Albar sama? Oh.
Ngapa gitu cok?
Kalau manggil. Enggak. Apa? Mau apa kau teh? Kok main nih? Ada bang? Oh ya dia. Ada foto deh di HP kau yang di HP kau yang.
Ayo bar.
Ada soalnya punya ramah.
Gas.
Nyonta aduh gue. Hah? Ya. Oh, ya you mau baba, woi.
Nggak banget. Malas cok main MOBA cok.
Match found.
Match.
Mau beli makan nih mah lapar kok. Mau beli makan ya?
Habis main lah.
Kalau lapar. Mam, lapar nih.
Habis main lah.
Lama gini dengan mobanya.
Sekalian sahur.
Lama cok.
There for you when you need me. Ayo mbak.
Apa cok? Ayam apa?
Gas lah.
Halo gas. Xbox ya? Anjir, Xbox.
Smoke ada 2.
Bagus Sam. Sekarang Pak meta duel 1, smoke 2.
Duelis.
Ada kamu, ada kamu. Game easy cok. Aduh.
Maaf gak tahu Bi.
Kau mau nyoba aku pakai rank tinggi deh mah. Wah tapi bisa ini sih, bisa mereka smurfing gak sih? Bahaya mesti ada smurfing nih cok. Kosong ya. Nggak smurfing sih. Wah di sian cok. Wah di kanan. Kaget aku.
Player standing.
Wah di kanan cok. Udah di kanan cok, aku udah tahu cok.
Jago cok.
Nggak jago sih. B ya. Ke B.
Tidak ada yang mau bawa spike ni.
Tuh spek dibawa Viper. Bahaya ini sih. Lagi aku teh, sial. Kosong sih cok. Pelan.
Waduh.
Oh di sini atas. Siapa nge-smoke sini teh?
Lena her.
One enemy remaining.
18 beam. Backside.
Here.
Nggak beli ya mereka ya?
They stand by. Now is our chance.
Saatnya kita
Goodbye. Saatnya kita.
Mah, kau plan nih mah?
Mana?
Aku nge-cover kau nih. Udah. B sih nyaman sih sebenarnya ya.
B. Udah mau lanjut.
Ini tanjur sih. Mau ada step kita teh, step lo yo. Nice. Wah, di sini atas yuk ada cok. Anjir. Cok aku cok. Pandal aku pandal. Di bawah satu. Di bawah. Nah. Anjir, rotate ya cok. Depan ada. Nice. Anjir.
Go ya.
Gue ke Kobe ya.
Reloading. Macam mid.
Ngapa kok udah ngambil vandal tiba-tiba?
Vandal cok.
Ada banyak anjing vandal di sini. Plan up cepram. Wah, di sini dia.
Spike down B.
Dan nunggu anjir. Kelamaan nge-step sih.
30 seconds left.
Oh. Wah, gila cepatnya mereka ke B.
Flawless.
Mereka ini cok.
Kalau kita safin ya kita.
Aku udah tahu di atas anjir tadi.
Ini ya ke B ya kita.
Ke B sih nyaman sih. Kau tuh nge-B Spectre terus ya mas? Ngapa udah beli pandal apa teh?
Hemat lah cok.
Malah kau hemat. Scan apa?
Bingung aku scan di mana?
Sini ya. Scan ya? Nggak, salah di teh. Belakang sini ya masuk teh.
Di atas ada ya.
Ada ya.
Wadah.
Belakang ada tadi belakang. Wah anjir.
Oh ini.
Ya enggak tadi. Kurang anjir. Wah lumayan sih musuhnya ini anjir.
Nah kita beli ini ya.
Aku agak susah sih map ini sih. Tar.
Di sini aja scan di mana?
Ya, kau lurus.
Right here.
Lurus.
Track them down.
Tembus ya sini nih.
Nggak nih, kau tengok tanda aerator atas nih atas.
Scanning ahead.
Ada tembus aja.
Udah kurang ini cok, kurang ke bawah, terlalu pula. Kau pun pakai aeronya pun tidak tahu pakainya. Gila kamu kau nih.
Ada apa lah aku posisinya bah?
Coba belakang cok.
Enemy in attack respawn.
Belakang cok plan cok.
65.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Alah.
I have the spike.
Duo. Oke. Oke.
Nice.
30 seconds left.
Flanking sih.
One enemy remaining.
Siapa bar?
Kiki. Mau ikut Eki? Saving sih rasaku.
Shaping dia umum dia.
Saving sih.
No time bro, no time bro.
No time. Tapi di sini bahaya nih cok.
Kanan.
Oh dia di sian dia.
Nggak jadi shaping Jo.
You must fall. Then fall with your knee.
Yuk panas lagi yuk. Anjir. Ini karena map Xbox aku agak kurang sih Xbox.
Aku nggak tahu cuma sini.
Aku ndak apa namanya hafal spotnya. Macam tadi kan di map apa namanya?
Oh gini ya, aku tahu.
Map split kan aku udah hafal. Spot mereka di mana. Nah, gini nama. Sip.
Nggak kejauhan.
Ndak pasam berarti ada nge-pick up.
Sama.
Oh, udah ada nge-pick up berarti. Kejauhan kok sih mah.
Kosong.
What up?
B kah? B aman sih. Aku ke B. Cepet mah. Ada tuh satu tuh. Nice. Nice. Jaga plank mah.
Wis ada Jo.
Jaga plank ya.
Nggak di flank mak di depan.
Aduh, hah?
One enemy remaining.
Saya tidak tahu di mana ya. Saya pingin kah? Oh, enggak di sian.
Anjay dapat pandal gratis Jo. Lumayan dapat pandal gratis.
Wah, enggak panas sih ini di map sini. Aku agak kurang map ini. Di atas sih.
Oh salah. Itu bawah.
Plan sih bisa sih. Belakang ya. Planking sih kayaknya. Planking sih satunya. Feelingku sih planking sih. Nah, kan apa kan? Batuku kan planking kan. Bahaya cok. Mundur. Planking. Mak bahaya cok. Killjoy-nya sial. Sakit tuh killjoy. Lompat.
Drink some water, reload your mags, and let's get back out there.
Panas itu killjoy anjir.
Di sini Bar.
Pokoknya di tembok belakang paling belakang Nansiana. Kau scan ya Ian. Lurus ya Dang. Lurus ya ke depan Sian.
Kelewatan
di lantai ya lantai. Usah di atas ke atas
What up?
Udah, Cok. Belakang, Cok.
Lo. Aman boleh.
Tanda, Cok. Ada belakang ya.
One enemy remaining.
Satu depan sih. Nice.
Anjay. Kemana lagi Bar? Kemana lagi?
Kemana dia? Tergantung sih. Hati-hati atasnya ya. Bisa jadi nih di NS nih, NS. Itu Reina suka di situ tuh nenggek. Wah gini dia.
Ah, salah.
Nenggek sini, bahaya nih. Apa?
What up?
Sorry.
Belakang Cok.
Oh, I check.
Wah anjir, 120 mah. Atas. Ulti ya tuh.
One enemy remaining.
Atas mah.
Player
Rama. Di atas udah dibilang atas. Wong pada nembak di atas nam.
Dah aku pikir teh dah di depan.
Belum ah.
Sini mah aku banyak duit nih. Tak kaya. Tak mau Phantom ya Bar? Tak mau OP.
Udah Pajo. Duit kok banyak mah cukup mau beli OP ya. Nanti ya tunggu defend ya. Attack agak susah sih. Wah jeleknya aimku. Gila kena
Di
gendong
lantai
Reina.
ya Bar? Di lantai ya?
Oh lantai depan dulu. Oh, kan ada desain berarti. Dia kan. Plan mah.
Wing side. What up?
One enemy remaining.
Belakang sih.
Flawless.
Nah, ini bah plus sedikit amin aku nih.
Oh, skin jangan lepas di.
Ta. Ini Sida hati-hati ngeflank gini bahaya. Nggak ada trap ayo.
Watch and learn.
Oh,
Ada lu. Nice.
Launching smoke.
What up?
Belakang Cok, hati-hati Cok. Oh enggak, belakang ada.
di atas Cok.
Belakang
Kena
ada.
semua.
Oh enggak ada belakang.
A.
Nice,
Mak,
es.
Last round before the switch.
Spend it all before it's gone.
Nah, Ayus OP. Oh, atau gini ini Bar.
Coba kayak tuh mah. Jauh gak, Sente. Sini bah nampak mah.
Ah, nih heal. Wadai.
Belakang sini. Ada nih. Belakang ada. Nice.
Oh, di dekat tembok Kobar,
Udah.
dekat tembok.
Wah, anjir ada kepala lagi.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Nice.
Nggak kepala lagi, sial.
Switching sides.
Apalah itu?
I'll teach them to respect their elders.
Kok nggak kepala ya? Sial. Sial sekali aku. Ya, kalau pakai sage ini gini ya, anjir.
Eyes up.
Mid ada tuh, mid.
We tempted us.
Di set ada ya.
One enemy
Nice.
remaining.
Oh, spek di situ mah.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Nice. Good.
Di attacker.
Di belakang ya satu ya.
Wait.
Tunggu ya mas itu. Hampir ya aku.
Nice.
What will it be this time? Have any patterns emerged yet?
Ini bisa beli lot deh Bar.
Beli mah aku. Beli half ya half. Mak kamati full buy gila.
Thank you.
Kah? Acok.
Oh, step away. Yep. What?
City.
Enemy down.
Udah dia acok.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Atas satu.
Here.
Top.
52.
Nice.
Nice.
Ini. Ya. Nggak rugi kan full buy dia?
Try to get
Nggak ngapa kok ngambil.
Mana di?
Oh, kira teh kau.
Kan?
Nggak apa buat apa belikan teh. Udah pasti ada.
They come. Inside.
Kak. Kok ngaflang.
Ada di markas 1 ya.
You fought well.
One enemy remaining.
Satu di atas sih. Satu tidak tahu di mana.
Odin?
Valiant effort.
Di mana Nyobar?
Udah mati dah anjing.
Let them unweave our world.
Nah, aku ada pandal.
Aku mau Dino.
Point.
Sini aku boleh kan?
I'm getting up.
Barrier created.
Bisa.
Wah anjir. 13
Wah,
KJ.
mana?
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
114 KJ. Sumpah 114 kok. Di atas di atas. No.
Pokok pokok.
Sisi.
Defenders
Sehit gimana? KJ mah 114 anjing.
GG. GG.
Mana harus 32 gila.
Anjay. Kena gendong, Cok.
Nak gendong Jo.
Wah. Ring bronze aku, Cok.
Gini. Mak baru satu. Apa?
Apa? Bronze je lo kita merangkak.
Makanya.
Jadi on beli makan deh. ML ya.
Kok dame? Aku
Dia
nonton.
masih lama, bro.
Aku nonton Sentinel lo berarti.
Ya bang. Selama mabar deh.
Yo guys, kita nonton Sentinel guys. Anjay. Let's go.
Ada. Ayo.
I feel, yeah, we were talking about this before. We were talking about, it's going to be a long drawn-out affair here. I think with that start, it's just so hard. That one, time and time again, we say they're never out of a series, they're never out of a map. I'm just not seeing it again today.
Karena PRX sudah kalah guys, jadi gua bakalan dukung Sentinel. Alright.
I don't feel like they made an awful lot now and no approach to really disrupt Sentinel's gameplay that they've demonstrated time and time again on Sunday.
Sentinels, they do look so good, but you guys at home voted and you think that this is going to go the distance, and I have faith in the MasterCard fan poll. But the question is, Bren and Saisho, do you guys have faith in Lamb?
I mean, I'm praying, I'm on my knees here praying. So I'm not going to lie, I want a close game, I want something that's not going to be so lopsided between these two teams. We can certainly hope so, you know, the last time these two teams tackled each other on Icebox, Loud got the better of them. Both of these teams have very, very good fundamentally attack sides with their comps. They are very well drilled in that regard, and I want to see some fight back now from Loud.
I actually think the Sen's composition is extraordinarily good against Louds too. It's just that Sen haven't worked on this map as much as some of the others in their pool. And if they've used this
Wah gila les anjir anjir.
come out with another
The hell man.
incredible map win. That's not going to help. It's actually going down there at the start of the round. It's a really important piece of the puzzle in terms of getting the blast. I would expect this to be a and they won't really know otherwise until the alarm bot takes contact. And at that point, it's kind of too late, so it doesn't have airstreams to deny.
Wah timing banget anjir.
Just rips away to it and frenzy in his hands. A backside position being played here. Dash fading away, but second still. Dodged. Play being set up as well. Allows second to recross back, playing together now. They've got 4 players to deal.
Wah nice banget Tenzi. Wah anjir kena Riken.
It's good for the damage. Ten's gonna be forced out.
Nice banget. Tenzi.
You can't be getting away with this, son. Surely not me.
Wah, nice banget coy.
Sadak push forward. That's a 2v4. That's ridiculous.
Nice banget.
The push into Sadak there to give Sadak 2 kills was about the only way that Sen could have messed up what was happening. Not that it's their fault. They didn't know where exactly he was positioned.
Gua nonton di Twitch aja dah. Twitch.
He's forced to take that duel there as he crosses back. I mean, the players on Loud are so talented, and Tense is just owning them.
Anjir.
His form has been spectacular.
Spectacular.
The actual shots that Tense has been hitting, the moments, the multi-kills from him have been unbelievable sometimes. When he's not forced to be the entry player.
Nggak ada healer ya.
Extra mental bandwidth being taxed. Rifling's just been superb.
Nice banget Sasi anjir. Wah, timing banget di belakang.
It's not going to have an influence in this round, but I do like how Loud are using it. They throw it out from 2Es when he's playing over towards Snowman, and it's going to let them play between the Viper Wall and the High Tide to break the Wingman, to deny the plant, to fight more aggressively. I think that could be crucial once we get onto some of the rifle rounds, but there is no danger here. Sen have just taken a very clean B exec.
Menang ini udah.
To be honest with you, Tens, he should be trying to hunt. Yeah, you see him swap the weapon.
Yeah. Offloading it in exchange there. Does want to go hunting.
Yah, timing banget ini sih.
Top of the bridge brings him down. Still one step closer.
Yeah, matters. It's a fairly important denial though. If Tens had access to that ult at the start of the round, things would get quite difficult for Loud. The attack side on Icebox can be very potent, and the thing is, Loud's composition doesn't actually have great ways of disrupting you when you go for that. It doesn't have the ability to, you know, flash repeak from yellow or on pipes on A, that kind of thing, which teams like Gen G have done so much work integrating those micro plays on the defense.
A little bit of proactive fighting over.
And I think that's one of the reasons why we saw the attack side be so good for both of these teams, is that Zen hadn't really built out those defensive plays, and Loud's comp kind of relies on playing retake, which is easier to deny.
The purpose of that Dizzy is just to spot if a player is aggressive up through B, but the Cascade blocks it anyway. Don't know if that's even been noted. I mean, bonus round here for Sen, all grouped up.
Not really an opportunity here for Tens to be able to get the ult on the line, I don't think. Instead, looking more like a standard A exec. Now, Tens is getting in position for this flash Dizzy combo that Gen G were using. It's so good.
Yeah, choose to break it, you're going to be staying right into the sun. The flash goes off, plan. Now here for Sassy, util a little bit delayed, so yep, it's down, close to the quarters. Down underneath rafters, Kawazine wins his one out versus second, still gets to the position for it, and Tens is starting to use his ult now for this. Sure that they can't use any of that post line.
Nice banget Tenzi.
Keen and eager to take the fight. He's ripped Kawazine's head clean off. On the top of the ropes, this is a real dangerous situation. Scenario, flash, peek. The rest of his team sets them up, but no real casualties. Now QCK finally. Abilities
Anjir.
back and away. Gets the one. He's in the corner here, but he's just really struggling. Wading out wide here. Having a defuse from Sadak, pushed back and away. And a wide tip tap.
Wah, anjir.
Just in time.
Bonus roundnya dimenangin ini coy. Lord.
But I can see that Senna starting to add more stuff into their playbook. I mean, that flash Dizzy combo is so good. The pathing that the Dizzy takes and the way that the flash pops catches so much of the area. And Loud had to wait a long time to get their High Tide and the code back online. They played with each other really well to stop some of this momentum from Sen.
Calm the mobs. We really need to calm the mobs.
Okay, there we go. Zekin looking for a readjustment early. These players are smart, they understand what the issues are. Kaplan's talked about it so much.
Potential off the charts here, but clear understanding of what is really going wrong for them. Knife not broken. Tags on to 2.
Yeah, that's going to create a serious threat though. See how 2Es is using his High Tide to make it difficult for Sen to clear out that area, unless he's pushing up on the other.
Walkabouts. Step from Sound, waiting into the high tide to now fade. So you're going to be using again. Flash, Dizzy, dash forward some Zekken. Make sure to clear all that space. If somebody was holding that aggressively, it would have been mince meat. But now, to gain control of B main, it's going to be the call. Maybe to go back into Celsius?
Yeah. I mean, they either needed to hit B quickly there or go back over towards A, because if they wait enough time for Tui's high tide to come back, which it now is, it's much more difficult to get the plant down and get Sassy his ult. Drone is going to confirm. I think that a lot of these players have left the area. Does it catch? Oh, yeah, just onto Zekken.
Zekken, he's looking like the fox in the pen, but with him notified now, he's really just caught.
He is, but he's going to be distracting and pulling people away for quite a while.
He's got 3 on him. Here we go. Going through there. Dizzy firing a blind shot off, but it actually didn't trigger onto Les. Nano Swarm.
That's so much damage.
My god, yeah. Ten's lucky to be alive, facing top raft of Sadak. Taken out cleanly. Now Ten's going to be playing a 4 position here because he is so low. Might be able to get a 1 and done.
And Sassy, with that ult plant, Wingman got the Thrash online.
Need somebody to break that
Wah,
down.
hampir anjir.
Really waiting available, but still, like you said, the Thrash is now online. Sassy lets it loose, the movement clean, jiggling with it. Tainment not quite online here. Now a bit of pace injected back into the thing. See it loud, using that util. All available for them, but it's a crossfire setup of Sentinels, and they punish that swing and wide face out. Great with the movement and patience with the aim, cooling down the weaponry enough to take out QCK. Over the top of the rope, Celsius, he's hungry for this kill. He's hungry for it.
Ya, rugi dong Celsius anjir.
But a sad situation for him to be in. He was the player pushed the furthest forward on A, last to fall. Everybody crumbling around him. I just want to go back a little bit to their communication from the previous round. Sen were coming, or Zekken specifically was saying, calm the volleys. And the reason that's so important in this composition is because players need to be able to hide. Players need to be able to hide and not have to face and break cove and fight while the mollies are online. They need to force Loud to bring the fight to them if the spike.
Gila Zekken ya.
So getting that timing correct is really important against what Loud.
Money here, QCK. Back looks like he's trying to save the operator, but now the sheriff will have to do, and it will. Sassy, dusted, taken the hell out. Knife clears yellow, but really nothing to try and cross and take control of B main here. Just putting that emphasis here towards the section, keeping up the orbs. To defend this gun as well.
Loud looking for information. Sen have been mixing up whether they rotate, whether they re-hit. See Loud here, and just trying to figure out, is it correct to stack onto B? QCK looking to explore through mid. They think it's a re-hit. Keeping players on this side.
Some serious danger here. I mean, T is just holding onto the wall. There, flash through into the back. Dart, oh my. They knew exactly where the position and that was coming from, so Kawasi didn't really stand a chance off the armor. Transition away. Survives. QCK. Oh my goodness.
Has anyone heard that? Tens is watching, but they're going to get distracted.
They are distracted now. The pressure really being applied is less here. And
Wah anjir. Quick one.
John QT is there with a trade, but 1 versus 3 now.
Wah, kena tipis dah tu.
Looking pushed away from this one.
Ente dah guys udah.
Left available for them. So a thrifty round for Loud.
Thrifty anjir.
Yeah, that is just in time.
Gua kuisi dulu ya.
What we saw on Split was the economy just getting ruined for Loud over and over. They could never build up a bank to work with. They're going to call a timeout after the win in this round as well, which is a bit bizarre. Maybe the timeout
Probably queued a little bit earlier.
yeah, probably queued before they won the round.
Yeah,
but QCK opened this up with a beautiful sheriff shot and then closed the entire thing too. The cloud burst to make sure that nobody caught him getting past the alarm bot. And often that kind of thing is going to get hurt. But in this situation, gets away with it.
John Q did mention it. It's the tiny things, the tiny differences, the minutiae. Watch for.
Yeah. And also QCK being able to give them the confidence to stay on B by taking that mid-round timing and taking the risk to re-explore through mid. And it is a risk. He's only one man in that kind of situation. So now what allowed looking to readjust? Can they take any lessons from winning that round? I think one of them would be, trying to fight before Sen have utility setups. As QCK was able to manage that and He's looked fairly good in the games of Icebox that they've played, despite people doubting his jet ability. And the other big takeaway, I think, from that is trying to look for mid-round information so your stacks are correct.
Maybe might see some signs of that proactivity from Loud being called. Instead, just trying to gather, gain some of that mid-round information, but Comp isn't really too suited for it. I mean, you've only got the Silver as your initiator.
Yeah, you really have to do it by pushing into areas. And again, you don't really have the ability to flash re-clear spots on defense, so it can be very tough. You kind of have to double up, triple up, walk areas. That's got its own danger. So both teams on opposite sides of the map here to start this next round. 4 players grouped up on defense on A, just pushing QCK into an aggressive angle.
I mean, this is excellent for him.
Yeah, but I mean, Sen are nowhere near.
Still, he's going to be telling his team to over-rotate. Get your asses into mid, get your asses into gear, because he's leaning over towards a B hit.
Yeah, Loud have actually finessed this. Lovely. I mean, they've managed to get into a position where Sen weren't comfortable going for the early round timing, and now Loud have stacked it for the mid-round timing. On top of that, QCK's watching in case things rotate back towards A.
It's in a really good spot. Drone. Oh, maybe just catching. And then somebody.
I think they've got all the info they need though.
Yeah, now with QCK pushed up deep like this, look at it, just having the stack. Already protocols in play. Molly forward, Zekin just tanks it. Half his HP just removed, but they weren't expecting it. Still, Loud with all the kills. 2 versus 3. Sassy almost being taken out. Has to back his way to safety here. Fast flank of QCK. Causing some issues a little bit later into things. It's going to be notifying his presence, at least with removal of that turret attack from Sadak. He's hoping that forces them out wide. I don't know if they could have took a glimpse of that one. Still 10 HP. Leave it just to Zelsis. Kova. There's no real chances here. There's no real chances. Maybe managed to get the second, but no. Full stick there from Sadak.
I think Loud's defense on B looks way better than their defense on A, personally. Especially coming out of the Loud Gen G game, that was my big takeaway. I think Loud's protocols for dealing with B hits like this are actually real nice. Yeah, they missed Zekin, but they keep good snowman control, they fight from kitchen, they have good crossfires on people. Look at how Sadak, playing around orange, is able to pick up Zekin. I think Sen should be quite cautious if they're sending B hits over and over and over. The A side of the map does look more of a weakness for Loud. They tend to play it for retake more often. The flash dizzy combo on A is just more powerful in my opinion. And Sen are going to have opportunities then to fight aggressive in the postman to stop Loud coming back in for retake. I think you're definitely seeing that there are many more opportunities for Loud to get wins here on Icebox than we saw on Split. Right? Split from Sen is perfection, but not every map is up to that kind of caliber. And Loud are finding those ways of stopping Sen going for these hits. Now they even knocked the economy in the other direction. Did Sen even have a single eco round on Split? I don't think they
feel
did.
like it.
They won the pistol both times, and then they just dominated the game. So I think this might be their first one.
Down to it. A couple of decisions to be made here because they do have money for potential investment in one rifle or so. Looks like John QT is the one who's bought that one up. Might get sold, but it looks like they should have money to spare if it goes poorly. And whatever's been called, we're probably not going to be seeing signs of it just yet. Not in this round with the weaker guns, but you know, Sen might start playing towards some of the orbs, try and earn up some big ults. Celsius will probably earn his after he goes down to a player.
And look at Loud setting up the same kind of thing. 4 players A at the beginning to post up some.
QCK messed that up actually.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say to post somebody up really deep so they have good information, and yet that 4-player stack now just has to kind of chill, reset. But Sen are not going for anything too aggressive at the beginning of the round. They're worried. As soon as 2Es puts up this high tide, it makes it feel like there's many players ready to fight B. Even though we can see it was only 2Es at home.
One Dizzy clearing away. Sassy on away now from the ult. Knife being broken. Loud. Should have the protocols for this, but still Zekin with knives is a very dangerous target. Tagged up by the drone. Has to respect it now. Has to back away. Zelsis dropped on the other section of the map, the other side of things. Still with that plan down.
They're pitting.
They're going to be pitting, committing into
3v5.
this one. This is interesting. I mean, even though the money is a little bit wild still, now the lockdown being invested. I mean, that is absolutely crazy stuff still. Feeling like it's necessary now to
John QT getting into this spot and this position on top of it. Can't break it down, so detained and dealt with. Big committed with the ultimates here on either side, but it's Loud win it out. 4 players surviving.
Yeah, I think both ults that were used there probably should have been saved for another round, but the problem is the kills came through so quick, so close to the ults being invested. I think John didn't quite realize that he was in such a player disadvantaged situation when he decided to pit. And likewise with Sadak just deciding to send that one. Make sure that they get the streak online. So now we go into a rifle round. Zelsis ultimate, super powerful. They can get up onto pipes.
And there should be the round, what the timeout was scored for at least. Adjustments there with a deep knife. Now, very heavy emphasis and presence being shown by Sen. Sassy. Rash movement. Looking elite. Looking to clear out the side as well for the rest of his team. Look at that. Skipping and hopping over around the side. Cowers it. He's been caught. Do they want to dive and dash onto this one? Now, Sadak is his bodyguard. Doesn't... Sentinel's over.
Has a wallbang angle here.
Yeah, it's a wallbang angle with a pit drop down on top of it. Lockdown though. Should push him out of position. Potentially to clear, but Les might just go down with a ship. He might just opt to get detained. QCK is wrapped all the way behind him, and yeah, he will get detained just so that this pit stays. Somebody spammed to the top Rattler's position. Dropping down. Crucial kill here onto the flank. Zelsis cleans that one up, so no gaps now left into the play. Hunter's Fury offloaded. Really just going to be utilised to try and push at these players from Loud into these forward positions. But they have managed to even it up ever so slightly, but still a player disadvantage. Molly, waiting for it to fade with Mosh down now. Dizzy on top of it with the Cove. Now stacking up all together. Post-plant utility should be good enough here for Sentinels. Now players realise it. They're the ones who have to make the moves forwards. Kawazine! Kawazine in 2 years! That is just disgusting.
That looked like a checkmate situation. Sen were running out of post-plant utility, sure, but they still had a crossfire from 3 different areas that they could have set up.
There's no way.
And yet through the high tide, through Tui's util, Kawazine, the hero for Loud in map 1, though the efforts didn't get him anywhere. This time putting rounds on the board. Yeah, Kaplan's going to be annoyed about that, but I don't really think that Sen misplayed it too much. Kawazine just hit some really nice counter spam through the high tide and then got a sick shot on a jump peak.
Sometimes it be like that.
Yeah.
Loud. Creeping forward to this lead here.
Yeah, look at how mobile they are with QCK's positioning. He gets another one. That's excellent.
Yeah, okay.
They played him over towards A. Last round he walked down to U, but this time he's over towards B. So difficult to predict.
Committed over to no command. Plant. Oh, hello. Counter spam. Kawazine dropped. Still have to worry about this operator.
That was actually through mid. That was
way! He skewered them! Ten's dropped to his knees. There's no chance in hell he's being picked up. But now, plenty of time and space brought for the rest of these Loud boys to really get into the action. Auxiliaries are here. Wide face by Zelsis traded though. Dropped down and John QT again isolated in this 1 versus 2 position. Familiar scenes for him. The reload surely going to be heard. And yes, Les is very quick onto the angle with the punish.
What a round from QCK. Very similar to the Thrifty that got them started on this map. Takes an early angle, hits the shot, and then he's there to punish. This is now 5 in a row for Loud to really get the gears going.
Talking about the attack side for both of these teams being good, but I mean, so far it's clearly Loud are the ones who have stepped up. Won't go quietly into the night. That is a disgusting shot. Is that QCK with his op?
Second's Achilles heel.
Yeah. Barely tagging onto him.
So Loud, they have found something that's worked, which is QCK's op, and now they've given it to Kawazine.
Just to mix it up. If QCK gets spotted now, still, it's rattled off the shots. End up using the dash. Where has that kill come from? I mean, Les, this is literally the same as what he did in the pistol round. I mean, he went for this aggressive push on that initial round, man. He's taking matters into his own hands. Does not care. Damn! 3 fall.
What a beautiful bait and switch setup from Kawazine and Les as well. Such an unusual one with the Sober opping.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a Loud that is very, very angry.
Yeah.
Pod and poke the bear
And frankly, it wasn't necessary for Les to go and do that. When they've already won 5 rounds in a row and the game plan's working, does Les need to force those fights and take the 1v1s? No, but he's Les. He's Les. He does just have these moments where he decides to take over a game, and he's been pushing up on A looking for that duel, but Zelsis has not been giving it to him. If they're B defaulting and they leave Zelsis with the Killjoy utility on A, Zelsis plays it really safe. And John just took a jiggle there and decided he liked the idea of stepping up. I don't know why you would. 12 and 3 less.
This guy, I mean, he gets sorely underestimated by a variety of people coming into it. I mean, he doesn't play the most flashy roles, but you can't deny his individual talent, his skill.
And now Sen on a weird buy, looking like they want to just set up for that default A hit. Get Tens up over on 2 pipes, where he's got that flash angle.
Turret broken in mid.
Oh, the flash. Actually not in the right spot.
Really deep flash now. I mean, Les decided to take the re-peek. As he shot fired straight into the wall there. Zekin wins it out though. Molly's dealt with. Accounted for. Now you're going to see it. The Reckoning pressing forwards with the advantage they've got. Loud, not giving up any space. They want to take it right back away from them. And already you can see it, that deep position. Weaker guns of weaponry still. Maybe Sen could make something of it. Again, the triangle of death set up. This time though, Thrash taking that first contact. Zelsis winning that fight, the adjustment, and snap to the side. And retaking now with his operator just becomes a dire situation. And Zelsis is running a mockery over them. Taking liberties when he's on low HP. So why not? He can do it. Planted for Sassy, tapping Sadak over and around. Spotted one. Sassy dropped. Sadak now for time, surely working against in the jump spot. The jiggle, John QT trying to gamble and dice with Dev himself here all the way through. That is immaculately played.
John with another clutch. So similar to his situation on Split where we saw him play against Cowan Zine and Les. Beautifully done there. But I do think overall Sen are giving Loud way too much space in these post plans. If Zelsis hadn't been able to get those 2 kills and open things up, I think Sen might have been in trouble again. Most teams when they play against the Harbor Viper, they're trying to get aggressive in post plant situations and stop them before they get into retake spots. Sen are backing off and trying to play post plant utility. But if they can secure this round, it's looking good. Double orb, QCK and Cowan Zine.
Kidding me. You are kidding me. QCK is obviously on the other side of the map, just trying to lock down at B angle, but the lockdown now indicates everything. At least it should.
Another problem with this composition, you have no way of dealing with the lockdown. You don't have molly lineups.
Backing out no detainment. Fast with the high tide. Cuts this one up. Mosh pit into the back now. This time Sen fighting too. And nail! But you're up against cowards in John QT. Where's he pulled that one from? Out of nowhere! On top of the ropes, the pit has been earned. 88 health to his name, he just needs to survive. Spray down, and he's already hunting them down. Les, with him toppling, Ace on the cars, the crowd wants it, the people are chanting. QCK spotted out wide, will his team give him anything?
What the hell, bro? 75, cok. What the
Sen will be
shit?
happy with that, that's a salvage situation. When his heart was looking so damn poor.
At round 11, round 12, the player to salvage it is John.
Gua kira tadi menang Sentinel, coy.
And then getting the third on the rope too. All coming off the back of winning the 1v1 clutch. To get Sen up to 4, well he's done it to get him to 5.
That's crazy stuff, honestly. A really competitive map overall. I believe we've got a special guest down on the floor as well. Let's send him down for an interview.
Hey guys, I am here right now with Coriano. Coriano, what's up? How are you liking Masters Madrid?
Masters Madrid is awesome. I mean, I'm really cheering for Loud. I arrived 2 days ago and I'm enjoying the city.
Of course, right? And how do you feel about this rematch? What are you expecting from Loud?
Sentinels is a very strong team. They beat us on VCT America, so I'm hoping for a really close match. We weren't able to show our game on the first map, but we are trying our best on the second one.
Of course, excited for that comeback. Now, what's this I hear that you bought every single VCT bundle? Is that correct?
Yes, is that true?
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I have to ask you, what's your top 3? And you can't say Loud.
Okay, I really like Talon, G2, and also Cloud9 one.
Oh, Okay, that's a healthy representation. I like those picks. Now, last but not least, can you give a quick shout out to the fans? Maybe get them to buy some Loud bundles. How about that?
Yeah, sure. First of all, buy Loud bundle, and thank you guys for cheering for Loud. It's a close match. We are top 4. Last Masters we weren't really great, but I hope this one we can get the title.
All right, you heard it from Cariano. Let's get back into the game and let's get loud.
Straight the bundles, man. I mean, I will say about Loud, they do have one of the only proper green bundles, if you like the color green. So they got that going.
Yeah, if you're a fan of green, any eco-friendly people out there?
Yeah. I mean, money, other substances that we won't mention. If you're a fan of any of that, listen, maybe the Loud bundle, but listen, 7 to 5. Important pistol round coming up.
Yeah, a very, honestly, a huge one. And Sen have won every pistol so far in this series. So, if they're able to get another one on the board here, that's just been such a phenomenal advantage for them to work with the entire time. Les, he's picked up a sheriff. Loud are one of the teams that buy sheriffs.
Tapi Smoke enak banget sih defense.
Often there's 2 players on the team with them.
Trying to take those long-range fights, Celsius. Prior rounds, teammates dancing, dicing with death, but that jiggle, always a chance, isn't it, that it goes poorly. He's going to be backing his way up to kitchen.
The reclear here from Sassy and Zekken. They had a cascade in their face early on, and now they've realized that was fake pressure. A good gamble to take. And they've got a little bait and switch set up here. Kind of blocked by the wall, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's not going to be any swings coming out for here. Sassy,
Wah,
like
anjay.
I said, no trade in sight.
Ya, lihat kan dia.
Zekken, dash.
Kata dia dah 9 bulan ini. Kurang suara lagi.
He's expecting more pace towards that. Sadak's called that pause in the round.
Holding for a repush.
Yeah, I mean, Zekken's already recleared this area once in the round. They're ready for it.
Zekken's now going to be pushing to this one and done angle. The dash that we about prior is gone. Loud, we're going to have to clear this one. Bodies might do it. Surely, Ghost moment.
Lulus banget.
Getting away with too much more still. 1 for 1. Top down, Celsius. Picking up space back towards the backside of Yellow. Might need some supportive util though, and Tens is the one holding it. So, flash, repeat, timing. Needs it now, needs help right now, and he's got it. The follow through from the rest of them. Goes reinforced.
Wah, anjir.
Spot.
One hit.
Les, he's taking them all out. 7 seconds remaining. Molly has to stick it through here for Sadak with that plan. So the only way he goes down to it. And it leaves it just up to Les. 1 versus 1. Viper versus Viper.
They should know that Les is this week.
14 sih guys.
This Sentinel's Classic could do work here.
To put it to the test. Lot to clear though for John QT. Thankfully, he's got a bit of time on his side. Tacting, spots it. That's now going to be dropping. Orb propped up. How does John choose to play it? Here's those shots. Spots it.
Nice.
The right click business. Done and dusted. Wipe your hands of that one. Pistol round here for Sentinels.
Did not look good for them in the beginning of this round. And Celsius has pulled it back with some great supportive utility come through from Tens. Sen really abusing the slower pace of Loud there. Loud had multiple opportunities in the round where they could have gone forwards as a team and cleared out a solo player on B. Because they took so long dealing with Zekken, and I mean this util also perfection. Putting pressure on the clock. But yeah, because they took so long dealing with Zekken, that allowed Celsius to tuck into Yellow. Nice! And like I said, Brent, this is 4 out of 4 pistols, 1 for Sentinels. And this is going to get them back into this map. It's an enormous advantage, especially because it offers you opportunities to keep that momentum going with a bonus.
Very clear ideas in here. Zekken, Outlaw. Sees the jump. Spots! Just baited out for the shot wide. And QCK just didn't really realise that he was already pushed up on that left-hand side, so he's earned himself an upgrade.
Yeah, nobody for Zekken to play off. That's a really bold angle. He was expecting Loud to be playing more slowly.
Sadak not willing to give away his life to the Molly once more for the plan, so util out.
2 of these players will die to a one-shot from the outlaw.
They're not watching for it. Over the top there, that's the Ghost gameplay occurring right now.
Nice.
Seeking to reclaim a bit of that territory, a bit of that ground. And he has slowed it down enough despite being
Gila
dropped
bisa
down.
thrifty nih anjir.
This is the danger zone right now. The verge of getting thriftied.
Wah, 3 orang ke detect dah.
Handed over the operator to QCK.
safe, to be honest, but they're still going to try and fight over it. There are still opportunities and danger here.
Wah, Phantom lagi ya.
Tenz is making an
Wow, flashnya di situ coy.
This is such a bizarre round.
Wah, wah.
To the wall, all about the time.
Wah, timing. Wah, timingnya anjir.
The gamble.
Waduh, pusing kepala gue cok, timingnya cok.
It's not going to be planted out wide. Less does he even acknowledge it. The reload is heard here. Close.
Nice.
Corners again. Cuts it up into the angle. 1 versus 1, but it really should never have been here. In the first place, Knife tags it. There was a rock.
Nice banget Tenzi.
The head is collected.
That is a crucial one for Tenz to win.
Hampir aja 50 anjir.
I mean, both Les and Tenz getting
Timing banget ya.
they went for. But for Tenz to go for that flank all the way through mid, wrapping back around quietly the whole time, and not
Ini loh, bahaya deh anjir.
because of John being able to deny the plant, and the spike went walkabouts into Snowman.
Gila.
Could not have gone better, the timing in that round for Tenz.
Despite Sen winning a follow-up round, it was really expensive. Yes, they carried a 1 rifle through, but they're opting to just take a full eco.
Yeah. And so, a really bizarre start to this half.
Yeah.
Sen win the pistol. You expect them to get up the momentum that they have done on every other half that we've watched so far. Instead, they're getting an eco after winning the round.
That needs to be dealt with.
Anjir, Zeken.
Deleted off the face of the map. He's responded in kind here. Sadak.
Wah, tapi nggak beli ya. Anjir, rungkat ya. Dikasih ke Zeken tadi Phantomnya anjir.
A little bit of damage done. Not too bad. Love that cove too. You can plant in a number of positions where it's very helpful. And Lauda looking to try to play a little further forwards than we saw from the post plants of Sentinels. You know, fighting on top of 410 with 2Es ready to swing. They've got 2 layers to this, really.
Oh, deactivated. Nice cooldown. A lot of util offloaded from Sen just to try and clear that back of the site. But again, time is of the essence. And with the nanoswarm deaded already, it's running out wildly. It's not a luxury they have whatsoever. No one's even forcing a tap onto the spike here. There's a gap into the wall. Tens out wide and open. Man, this is just madness. Sadak, what are you getting away with?
Shooting fish in a barrel. You can see Sen had no idea there that Sadak could see the spike. I mean, it turns red when it's being diffused. Sadak knows exactly where it's being diffused from. Boom, headshots. And the fact that Loud were given those kills.
Anjir, keren banget pisaunya, Cok. Pisau apa itu?
A bit of a stretched out beginning to the half. They're building up to some big ultimates. The Harbor ult is excellent for being able to take more aggressive control of a site. You know, if you're Sen here cooking up a game plan, I think you want to be going for like flash reclears to disrupt this before the big execute comes through. Maybe that's what Sen are planning with both of the flash initiators and Zeken playing A. But at the moment, 2Es heading B for that classic cascade at the start of the round.
Tower broken. Now Loud regrouping over towards A.
And this is where I'd love to see Zeken posted up on pipes and trying to get some kind of flash aggression going. Because I think if you give space to Loud, this execute is going to be difficult to hold on against.
Drone going to be heard. Tagged down to Sassy, backs him away. Top belts seen and spotted. Dash to get himself out of there. Reckoning now will clear the way through for the rest of Loud to follow all the way through. Stuns. Probably being respected. I mean, Zeken is just trying to really get the most out of it there. And he is finally punished. So they'll come out fast off the rip, pushing forward. So they can expect this QCK. He's already behind the man. Already behind him, playing up with the rest of his team.
Wah, ngeri banget Kupon.
To the ground, to your knees, if you are 10 in this case, Celsius, poor Celsius. 1v4, last one left. Decision being made for him, really. Has to be the save, just has to do some exit damage, so even economical damage doesn't do that much.
No, it doesn't. I mean, Loud are building up a nice economy. They've got a great game plan, and Sen are not playing disruptively enough. Loud are just getting to play their own tempo, their pace. They could never really get a grapple on that on split. They were always trying to force fights in mid, and Sen would never let that time the patience and the slow play really rewarded Sen. On This, I feel like they need to be getting a little more up in Loud's face, trying to utilize the strengths of this composition, which are the flashes to go for those mid-round reclear timings. But when Loud are given space, you see how difficult it was. Though Zekken tried for him to get a timing around the Harbor on there. And then when Loud is set up in these aggressive post-plant spots, their players, they can shoot, man. They can shoot. The buy in this round, very similar to round 15. You know, everyone on pistols apart from one player with a rifle.
Money chunk down. Theory, you're expecting Loud again to just keep stripping these rounds together. Danger starts building. Hello. Through the wall just in case, but Dash to respect it. The trouble is here, I mean, Loud, you got to think, we probably able to get themselves a plan.
Only Zekken seen both times, even though there's a stack here.
There's a flash repeat as well with a dizzy, but the ball in their face as well. It just gives that covering fire for Sadak. Not too sure how that kill was found. Sadak is sassy in his reposition. Close now, tries to face it. Again, there's just too many numbers to overcome. The advantage is Loudy. I mean, they've just picked him apart. It's methodical in nature.
Gila, lot jago kuat banget coy di Xbox.
Lockdown now for Sadak to use for the next.
Yeah.
Wah, gila.
Sometimes it can be such flowchart Valorant on this map. Yeah. Because if the defenders can't get in a good position to disrupt what you're doing, we saw it from Fnatic when they dominated this map, you know, in times gone by. But the attack side, you have the opportunity to go and take a little bit of space and use big ults like Sadak's lockdown to really give yourself a free post-plant situation. And that's where you need to see Sen fighting a little more for some space. I think this is another round where the same concept applies. Sentinels are going to take a timeout here, and Zekken's already picked up the operator. Still got, you know, time to get rid of it if it doesn't fit the game plan that they want to go towards. But I think getting Zekken posted up in some aggressive areas would be decent, but it's also kind of difficult to go for any mid-round re-aggression with an operator. It's more that you take a line at the start of the round or something like that. It's certainly possible, but you know, there's two key areas, if you're thinking from Sentinel's perspective here, that Sadak would want to be using the ult. One is over towards B main, and the other is over towards pipes. So having some setups that could deal with those might end up being really crucial.
Just trying to think one step ahead, right?
Yeah, yeah. And of course, you know, Sadak, he's a good enough IGL that coming out of a timeout like this, he might decide not to use an ult play whatsoever from the strat book. And he might just send it with, like, I don't know, 3 plays mid or something. You know, really to just try to mess with what Sen are expecting. Right here. So we're going to see Recon deep with the Cascade to try to push away anybody that might be playing aggressive over towards B, and that is where Zekken's got the operator.
Look at how hard this is for Zekken to get value with the operator. I mean, he smokes in his face. QCK, he's already pushed up onto the left-hand approach.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
You can't watch everything at once.
The Cascade now over towards A might give Zekken the idea that, you know, only the lurker is here. So he could be a bit more bold with it. I believe Sadak was just caught by the knife. No, I don't think he was actually. So he's going to be able to get this lockdown off.
Spike's dropped down. Trying to fake presence here, except the 3 players right behind him is going to feel very real. Still Zekken, will he be dislodged from this forward position? He's the one who's going to be trying to gather this information.
Allowed overcooking this a little? Using the lockdown for the fake when they have the full A site?
It's Zekken really, it's on him because the Loud players are now going to be walking and waiting right into that crosshair. Dart forward, misses the shot. Now he has to really just use those smokes to evacuate and escape the ire of Loud. They're already fast off to the approach, but
They're
going back to A.
Sadak's like, guys, there's no one here.
Look at this guy, look at the position. You practically expect him to be a defender with this spot.
30 seconds
Forwards though with the smokes. Elsis can't adjust it. Can't snap to it. QCK drops him. This is real chaos and pandemonium being strewn.
Wah, gila timing banget Sadaknya coy.
Played all the way through. Thrash out wide.
Wah, gila anjir.
Targets all about. Boundless right now for less. The rest of his crew.
10 seconds left.
Free plants. And there's nothing you can do, not with the retake to the
Ya
operator.
kagak kena Zekkennya coy.
Get a freebie in a situation like that. It just looks very difficult from Sentinel's perspective for them to get any kind of foothold in a round like this one. So I certainly don't think the round was game planned like that. right?
Udah
It
hebat.
looked like it was intended
Apanya?
to be an A fake that you end up hitting B. But the audible called as Sadak just realized that he had all the space in the world.
I can't believe that. I mean, how did he get himself up?
He just wandered in.
Top left rafters.
He wandered in, takes the rope, jumps onto rafters.
Yeah.
He's got a great spot. But also, Sen unaware that a lurker could have taken that positioning. Right? Tens walks through. Sassy's using Thrash. They don't think about, are they ending A here because there's a lurker giving them that info?
Just let them try.
And Loud, they are pulling away. Looking better here on Icebox. Which is really good to see because Split was unbelievably one-sided. But of course, you've got to look and frame this in context. This is probably the second worst map that Sen have in their pool.
Not many of them, do they?
No.
Through the cracks here.
So, you know, for them to still be keeping it somewhat competitive, not bad.
It's not bad at all. Loud. The sights set though on his next few rounds. Make sure they can lock this map up. Easy peasy. Now for Sentinels, they've had to really be forced into a purchase around the 2 guns that they have saved. So it's just Guardians online. At least for Zelsis. Presence now towards it. More towards the Reckoning.
This is where Zekat was positioned in the previous round. He's got the operator over on A.
Clear. Just with the dizzy, there's really nothing else behind it. No flash re-clear. Just the one bit of util that was broken almost immediately with the slowed down approach, John.
Yeah, at least they're trying to find the timings to go for that kind of thing, but just throwing the single dizzy, it doesn't have the same impact. It's worse than a single flash from the KO, honestly. Cloud are just keeping all of this presence over towards B, and Zekan is still worried about a lurker on A.
That prior conditioning here with 40 seconds left. That's going to have to go down at some point. Drone.
Throwing the nade lineup so that they can still fight with the nade.
Hello, what flash play? Tens. Still alive here. Got his one, but 2 years also returned with the fire. Now feeling the heat, feeling the emphasis that he needs to make a play here. That's why he's going wide. Dodge. Side there, away from the shutdown. Mosh pit, dissuading it, pushing back this one, but he doesn't expect the player above him. And around the back. Oh! What an adjustment! Flicks to the side. Luckily, 2 years still there. Not a reckoning. Drop down with only 12 seconds left. There's no plan on line and stun. Here, up and away. Updraft all round. And Sentinels.
Wow.
They grasp it in the midst of all of that.
That's wild. The defense utility, though, was so much better this round than what we've been seeing so far. So Tens throws a nade lineup as he hears the drone coming through, which allows him to have denial of the plant pressure at the same time as flashing through the wall, which is sick. Those kind of timings, beautiful. It's also then, there's a mosh onto the plant position too. Let's go! Let's go, boys! So much utility pressure in that round. A lot better from what we've been seeing. They stumped Loud.
Not wanting to go down quietly.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Zekan wasn't sure that it was going to get broken, but Tens could see it.
Knife. Re-tagged.
This is the first time we've seen someone trying to play an aggressive position on pipes.
There's no way to get out of this one. There's too many spots to really account for. And well forward! It's messy. It's real damn messy. Luckily, Zekan is still here and collects. With 2 on the board now, maybe a chance for Sentinels really setting themselves up in an advantage position. It's been one of the first times. Yet Sadak says, not quite. Still something to say about it. Bringing it into a 3v3 now with that util finally respecting Sadak. Pushed away once more, and it's about bleeding it out. Another tap. Online this time. In the wingman. Dizzy over the top. Taken back into the fight. Hello. There's no point seeing that one over the top below him. Does not anticipate it, but guess what? His teammates did.
Nice banget coy.
So they're not out of it just yet.
Gak bisa ya.
Long shot. Now these last 2 rounds have been lovely from Sen. If they keep playing like this, there are certainly chances for them here.
Nice banget Sa.
See this from Zekan's perspective.
Nice banget Zekan.
Great shots there. But also, the defensive utility is lovely. They're throwing great util to stop the plant going down, and then they're finding a timing to then flash and pop back out to re-fight Loud. When Loud don't really have utility available. Sadak anticipated it, fell back, but they didn't win the duels.
Habisin rungkat nih guys mereka nih. Enggak sih. Nice banget Zekan coy.
Sadak playing that spot way more aggressively than Zelsis was too, offering himself up as a pick.
Wah, ada ulti lagi si Konzin.
kind of play based off the Hunter's Fury. It's going to be difficult, especially when Tense is holding knife for anything like that.
I mean, you can feel they're trying to bait out these aggressive reclaims. Yep, just why, you know, pump fake, waiting, throwing out a high tide, seeing if they flash through the wall and try and fight through, but
Kalah gitu kata gua. Wah, di atas tuh guys. Kelihatan dia tuh. Wah, di kiri nampak banget itu coy. Nice banget. Nah, aduh, nice banget Zayas. Wah, di atas cuy. Bahaya banget sih. Aduh, timing banget ya. Wah, flashnya udah ngidupin ini cuy.
Stretches all the way over towards it, and he still has two
Timing
snake
banget
as well.
ya.
That will put the time pressure now onto Sentinels. This could be the 12th round for Loud. It's about how they navigate it. It's about how they sail through. Attack forwards now. What is the next wave of things?
Nice.
Trade it. Now sticking though already there. It's going to be the wingman putting that pressure onto a Hunter's Fury.
Nice banget.
Well, it's just been stuck in the middle of all of it.
That's incredible! Dude, Wingman does not take additional damage from the pit being there. And he just assumed
Wingman-nya coy, jebelin banget lah.
when you're dealing with a player, the combination of pit and the vulnerable is just devastating. You can do nothing about that. But the Wingman,
Nggak bisa ini cuy.
he doesn't care about it.
Yeah, he is.
Look at him.
He is no man. He does not
Oh,
care.
bro. Sliggy losing his mind.
Oh my goodness.
Wah, itu geger itu. Si Zeken. Wah, abis ini ini bahaya sih untuk lot nih. Ini kalau kalah sekali lagi nih. Enggak ring. Ini masih ada ya guys.
Zeken's been spotted. What does that do to Sadak's calling here?
Speed it up, or do they go in a different direction? Looks like they want to just try and tackle it into A. Now Zekin didn't use his dash again. It's important to note that one because now as that U2 goes flying, still he's looking for a shot.
Hampir.
Can't adjust it. Time
Wah,
still
kagak
just the
kena lagi.
shoulder has to finally back away. Doesn't want to get punished for that one with the count. It's a spam attack from Sadak. Himself into the cove, locked down.
Love that. Early timing on the lockdown stops Loud from setting up to break it. And it's also not positioned over towards screens. Yes, it doesn't go as deep, but Zelsis is going to make sure that there aren't people playing these aggressive post-plant positions.
Throws them out and away.
Nice banget
Zekin
Zeken.
just wants to take up the straight up fight, attack. Baiting it out now, Nave, a bit short and shy
kena
off the
lagi.
mark there. Still damage is being done to a multitude of players. Only 3 left standing for Lau, but again, anyone
Nice banget Zeken.
you just have to just rely on a bit of that RNG. Zek, Tens, pushing with the operator. Sadak still stands.
Nice
They
banget.
don't have it. Still, John has got to stick it now. And a tap with a rifle or Brave.
Wah, gila, 11 sama coy. Let's go. Wah, gila. Kata gua. Wah, langsung time out dah tuh lot.
The lockdown is so nice from Zelsis. Teams have come up with protocols to be able to deal with the lockdown that's over towards screens. They have a player up aggressive, or they have some kind of, you know, nade combo. Sadak has lineups for it too. But throwing that out in a different position over towards Heaven, and yeah, it's not optimized, but it's not going to get broken. You know they're not in aggressive positions, so you can start the retake proper. Now, we've seen round 19-20, Sentinels won by dragging the clock down and putting a lot of pressure on the plant itself, put Loud in his tough spot. Now they've also demonstrated in round 21 and 22 that their retakes can look really good as well, especially when it's held with ultimates. This is now anybody's game. It felt like it was Loud completely until this streak of 4. Can't count Sen out.
We were singing the praises of Louder there. International experience, adjusted on the big stage. Can't count this team out with how they were looking just initially, but you're right. I mean, Sentinels, they've also been slowly building up a repertoire. Their CV's looking long.
team like Loud, 11 to 11. Still with the Viper's Pit, still with the Thrash.
And all of this without Zekken really finding too much value from the operator in the last couple of rounds, right? He's trying to take the timings and he's finding good openings, but he's not landing the shots. Here it looks like he wants to try and take this timing instantly underneath the tube, aiming for less.
Drops down, only sees the turret.
It's the turret, actually.
Yeah. Drone,
No.
utilized by Loud though. It's going to be pushing up and taking the space for the lockdown. Feels like a B hit, should be a B hit. Second, where are you going? Where are you going? With 4 seconds left, is this being held for? Yes. Look at that awareness. Jump spot, jiggle peek. Holy!
Kena dong.
Escape it. Zadak was hot on the heels, set to punish it. Deep dart now. Thrash being used just off the initial tap here, but doesn't really spot anything at all. In fact, no detainments because QCK again lurking up through, spots it out, and now the swarm's broken, both of them.
Celsius has time
Wah.
to try to disrupt this.
Nice banget Zealous.
So now it's going to be a 4v4.
Backside gained. Plan for Zadak. We pushed away this time, but just a little bit too delayed and late. This is going to be setting themselves up potentially in a favoured counter here with the retake of Sentinels. Jump spot, just seeing, but he does back away. So now with the alarm bot, bit of spam, bit of spray. It's pop flash play. Tens, man. He's taking it to
Gila. Tinggal 1 orang coy. Wah, ini match point sih guys. Waduh. Mau ketahuan udah. Ya udahlah match point lah ini. Ya udahlah, gila Sentinel kah?
Absolutely incredible resurgence from this team on this map in particular. I mean, they're looking to seal this one up in 2.
I think Loud played a great round there as well, and the Sen retake was too much for them. 3 rounds in a row now. The flash to be able to catch QCK is lovely, and then Sen players playing high-low positions. Yeah, it's great.
Communication, just on point. Now we get a little sneak peek at the replays.
Yeah, and Sen 5 rounds in a row to be able to get up to match point and set up a date with Gen G.
Aggressive. Here it is.
Wow.
Not there in time. He just tried to flick to the side. It was actually Tens who was the one who went down there to a bit of random spam, updraft and away. Back in. Respect now at a reckoning.
It's incredible that Sen are winning these rounds while the early fights are going so terribly for them.
Sadak with the plan. We push back. You got to think now. Loud. Again, surely set up force.
Wah, ini mah OT kayaknya.
Sentinel ended up taking it, but this time there's a player disadvantage. Doubled up, shoulder, 2 shoulder, round to the back. To your
Oh,
shoulder.
bisa OT sih guys.
Little jiggle and offset there with a movement, but no
Wah, timing banget itu.
And he's still here, alive and kicking, weaving in and out, dodging, juking, playing with his team.
Wah, OT sih guys. Gila.
Finally, Loud able to get that round that's been eluding them for so long, and we're treated to an overtime.
Ini kenapa Tenzi pakai OP dah?
Performance from Loud, not allowing their resolve to crumble. A reminder, we've obviously never had that 2-0 between these teams this year. We've had more back and forth occurrences. That little resurgence from Sen has taken us to a spot where it does look like a possibility, unless Loud can dig deep.
Yeah, revisiting it. Of course, it was Loud, you know, they won that one 2-0 in their initial matchup in 2024. Fought back immediately by Sen in the finals where they took it an absolute bomb, but I mean, it was a map 5 world-class game from both of these teams. Pushed once more. Dart. Broken. QCK forwards position as the sides are switched around. We know he's been getting aggressive. The question is Sen gonna pushed away from this now with the Dizzy. Didn't even really connect him. He was so close to the corner, but he doesn't land the shot, so backs away. Show presence there with the operator. He wants a second go at things. Sassy, not expecting it. The rest allowed, backing him up still. It's sprayed and messy. It's all over the bloody place. 2 left to stand here from Sentinels.
Gonna be a difficult situation for John and Celsius to recover. Do they know that everybody is here? I'm not sure they've seen Zadak. John, though, picking up that ult orb, 1 away from getting a pit online. If there was an ult that could turn this round, it would be that one. They've got to be concerned about the wall. Les can drop it at any point to try to set up the double face.
up side by side, top rafters, 2 years. Put on one to win was Elsis dropping. QT sends the nade flying, the molly there.
Yeah.
Just can't quite land the kill. He now has slippery. He does have the pit, but does he choose to offload it? Of course he does. It's OT. And now drops it down. Evacuating the
Oh, dia atas, dia megang pisau, guys.
Good try, nice catch by Tui's. John was thinking about just slipping away. But Loud, after getting that recovery in round 24, now put themselves up to map point. QCK going for the force bind.
Sentinel attack-nya jelek banget, coy. Kalau overtime anjir. Rugi ke Sentinel sih.
So we're going into it. Sen kept at 12. Second is going for the same thing, the glass cannon off. They have not found success with this particularly. But they've been winning anyway. A lot of those defensive rounds towards the end.
I know Loud, they set their sights over towards B. It's no way. The spam. Very close. Tagging him up.
Wah, kalah sini.
Wonderful punish onto the corner. More where that came from. So the rest of his team, this is it. Set up for success. Set up for map 3. And you got to think it. It's inevitable on top of the ropes.
Gila.
How was he accurate there? Running and gunning, but Tens dealt with.
Wah, tinggal second lagi. Gak ada armor lagi kan?
It's a fairy tale moment for second. It will have to be.
Bisa,
He doesn't expect it. The wrap there. So 14 to 12. Loud. They are going all the way.
It deserves a map 3 this series. But for a moment, I thought Sen were going to clean it out in 2. The comeback there was difficult for Loud to deal with, but they found the adjustment in the final moment. Huge from Sadak and the rest of the crew. I think QCK played a blinder of the game there on Jet, putting the doubters to bed.
Absolutely. I mean,
Set up for a good one.
It is set up for a good one. Sunset will be the decider, and what a map to end on for both of these teams. It's bound to be magical, so do not go anywhere.
Game Discord. Game Discord.
Main game apa kamu?
Game Discord mah yang FPS.
Coba aku main, wah ikut sambil menunggu. Enteng. Gimana cara ikutnya? Mana cara mainnya, Cok? Mana?
Ini pro player mah.
Emang ya. Lucky spin dapat apa, Cok?
Hah?
Oh, ndak ini ya. Kira teh.
Oh, kok habis belilah.
Terus ini gimana? Oh. Oh, dapat satu tiket apa nih? Oh, buat ini. Wah, dapat common. Apa nih, deh item nih? Gimana cara kita main mabar mah? Oh nih. Oh, kerangka.
Oh, yang hitam sebelah kanannya ada nama aku.
Udah.
Nah, tekan baru join. Masuk tim aku baru.
Gini. Alah, sensitivity-nya tidak bisa dikecilkan kah?
Bisa disetting.
Display resolution cap.
Oh, kan bisa.
Oh ini ya. 0,3. 0,3. Nggak di belakang. Kecilnya. Ntar. Lah udah selesai.
Udah.
Ini duit kani gunanya untuk apa?
Untuk beli senjata.
Dapat rare. Shotgun.
Pakai shotgun kan kuat kok.
Pajo.
But they started being defined by Loud's retakes on the defense, and that's where this team absolutely thrives. I think in particular, the way that they're setting up to play these retakes on that B site were really impressive. Here's a few of these rounds to take a look at, right? This team just having, I feel like, really good synergy with their utility, right? First stage coming in with the dart, clearing that site, and then they're really leveraging this harbor utility to set up the planner, those plants, and force Sentinels to lose.
Masih kuat di sensitnya. Cuma 0,2 kayaknya. Sama 5.
Mana kiraan sini?
Baru cogi mana sensi? Udah divit, belum apa-apa.
Nah, no, gini lah di luar lah. Setting am lo.
Apa?
Sensi kau.
Udah pasang.
Mana?
Next round kan nih?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I mean, this is the one, I think it was round 3 was the one that Zeka did have a little reaction here, but it just felt like everything gets dumped at the same time when they have everything. Like you said, this is a composition built towards finding clean entries, minimal utility invested on the way in, forcing Lau back into a 5-man retake.
Oh ini nah, Ori Morino nih. Gimana cara biar kita tidak steam cuma?
Tidak bisa. Bisa tekan PSC. Tidak steam.
SC switch steam tidak. Tapi nanti. Oh, udah berubah dah aku. Sial.
Udah pindah.
You can watch this back. You see another example as well, but he did round 8. Was another one where it's in terms of the plan, the initial plan come into the round, it's executed.
Mana kita nih?
Sentinels are set up for success, and it just seems like I don't know if people are just jumping the gun a little bit. There's a little bit of a little bizarre to see considering how clean their protocols were on split.
We went into this hearing
Mana kau ni mah?
map interview from Kaplan where he said the team is really good at kind of finding the right energy, knowing when to calm down, knowing when to heat up. Because it went from that and giving some
Wah,
feedback,
Urgen
some of these
tel
first-time rounds
guys.
that shouldn't have falling apart, to in the second half, Sentinels looking absolutely revived and pushing us all the way to overtime with great retakes of their own.
Dah, di mana BNT? Hah? Anjing bisa ngilang anjing.
So crucial to keep them in it.
I mean, we said ahead of this coming in, let's usually the superstar because just individually this time and time.
Nah, di sini BNT.
Right place, the right time, and he delivers. Back
Rek Morino.
He could be solo anchoring sites.
Anjir, sakit kan Kanagawa.
Stuck with me, right? How good he is at getting a kill as anchor and always getting away. It's insane how much just survivability the man.
Ya tapu kau mau pakai shotgun apa mah?
Holding down towards that
Oh.
he's always getting a frag, falling back, and then using his molly.
Masih open ranger nih.
He's such a star.
Select for that. What do you make of this, Mike?
I mean, well, back to the default, basically rerun of the grand finals, to be honest. But obviously you're going to see this is the map where we see the Phoenix come out once again. I have questions still.
Navoler
Better, but well, showings of proactivity, but
defeat aku deh.
still not completely solved.
I think the strength of this comp for Loud on
Bola
defense is
aku home
fighting
lo.
for extremity control. Using that breach, using that omen line control to set the
Mm,
Phoenix up. They also
mm.
have great ults to cycle through and win out these rounds. But Sentinels, their strength, second half is going to be retakes. This first half, their comp is actually really strong at shutting down that extremity control. Expect a lot of early battles. This map's going to be important. Only one of these American squads get that guaranteed spot in the top 3.
Yeah, Loud, they've done so much already to push it to here. Let's see Bren and Saisho if they can get their revenge.
Fantastic for this Loud squad. I mean, they could be hunting for it off the back of the regional finals, but a hard task ahead of them. Still heading to sunset, especially with
Mana kau dia mah tak main game mah.
as possible.
Bawa nonton iklan dong. Nah, senjata.
Gimana cara nanti?
Ke buy extras.
Spin.
Dia sebelah kanan dia. Yang edge.
Kok nggak ada di aku?
Yang ini ya. What edge pre spin.
Nggak ada di aku teh.
Kelihatan deh, Cok. Yang ini lah, yang ini.
Coba aku cek. Nggak ada di aku teh.
Kok ada extras sih?
Ada extras, cuman nggak ada edesnya. Cuman spin mah.
Spin ada, spin kan?
Oh, udah ada di kanan. Di kanan ini udah ada aku teh.
Udah
ada.
Rapat lah.
Running and wading away backwards, running and gunning with the frenzy. He had 4 bullets left and he still managed to land that shot. So played his advantage. The Sentinels get themselves a sight. Will be the plant on top of it. But what is the call after the fact?
I'd have so much utility on rifle rounds to be able to deny plants from going down. Has much to work with here.
Salah pincet aku.
Flash pushing him away there. Paranoia was bad. He'd still face it with the guns. Now Sadek's all the way behind him. Dizzy tap onto it. It's going to be alerting the attention of these Sentinels players back and around, but they have so much to deal with now. The push and the pull of these Loud players, just too elite.
Kita setim nggak nih? Oke. Tuh. Belakang kan? Wah anjir.
And here, Sen forced to try to fight a bit more. Said that though, with the kills that Sen got, and they got quite a few kills. I mean, 3 kills plus the plant. It's not a bad buy. Looks like mid.
Belum apa-apa udah kalah game.
This is a real gamble though. If it doesn't pay off for Sen, they're gonna give Loud so
Bola
much
aku gacha loh.
to the economy, the ultimates.
Klaim. Lah kata gue teh. Kok tidak bisa di spin? Terus no. Ya dapat komen.
This spot is such a blind spot in the way that Loud are playing mid. That's wild.
Major chances for Zekin to just again creep his way in there.
But like I'm saying,
Nggak di map ini game.
tried this kind of setup where
Random map na.
distraction and get alert. And Sadako Kawansi just shut it down.
Nang.
caution now to Dizzy all the way through market. Nothing to really
Legit,
stand
Joe.
their ground, but Lex is still going to try and do it otherwise. ADS firing them down as well. The bullet time's just slowing them ever so slightly. Enough for Sadak to get that one.
Seperti mun baru mula nih.
Now down here for Sen, no push back from it, so they can start to play this post plan. But do they really want to do this?
Next round lah. Next round.
It's like an awkward one to try and play into,
mulai
especially
ini.
when Kawazin has almost all of his util.
Kau tu dah di dalam game ni.
Fault line, but there it is. Sent to the Armstrong out wide, forces Celtics no kill. Paranoia used in response to this one, and a second flash sends them back up in a deep smoke. After really forcing Loud to push forwards into this one, and tap onto it again. Stun gun inside the smoke, damage done. Kawazin still on 21 health. Defusing now, Sadak onto half. Has to be dealt with, has to be rolled down. Sticking it through, and no damage, not enough. No one He got headshot by a stinger and he just tanked it. Did not care. Just shrugged it off. Look at this. You see the stars sprinkling up around his head. He's got full confidence in the rest of the team. It is so difficult to cover the diffuser in that situation. That smoke.
Alah. Shotgun BNT.
Now, having navigated that round and all the danger it posed, are going to be set up quite nicely at the beginning of this.
Doesn't really matter about divide too much. Two plays spotted from the cap.
Mana ni? Tidak ni, tak ada ni.
Looking for a couple of kills, but out wide, a little bit too much. Celsius. Okay. The target you really want to be prioritizing these kills onto when he gets
He already had it.
Wah, kena bokong.
The gamble that Sen went for, it's difficult to assess in hindsight because we're only seeing it having failed, but really there was a lot of danger. Round two, possibilities for them.
If it works out, Sen good on the other foot when it comes to the old cycle. Start building them up ahead of them. They have the economy on their side.
On the reality, the time that Sen have gone down early in a half. Remember, they won the pistols every other time across split and icebox. So this is a new situation where Loud are the ones able to develop some even footing for themselves.
Ya di belakang anjir, bisa di belakang.
Deep line down into A is going to be giving a lot of mid-round information again to his team.
Mana si Dani? Oh, siang.
Swung, but they're not going to walking straight into it. Leaning on his history. Player there too easy.
Wah anjir.
Absolutely finessed that. Does he anticipate Tens being up top though?
Boleh dipakai.
Tim pada kemana cok? Gila. Cacat semua timku.
What is that? Kawazin, who's leaping across. Paranoia. Tap from Tens with the movement.
Das.
In the end, still, QCK dropped back to 30 health. Now, he looks back up.
Yes,
Playing
maybe.
this one, oh, might choose to do so. Makes a real difference here, but Sassy does have his own back online. Brian, here it is, the second round of things. Thrash. Spawn. Broken to pieces. Clear the close left corner, but still.
So gacha let's. Aduh.
As well. A lot to clear in this spot, and just walking right over him, QCK. There's that tray with the pop flash now. In and out and through, but still with a util in his hands. Core lacking and
Wah
slacking.
gila lot. Emang gila coy, panas coy Klot.
Right, so Loud still have it available to them into the next. They decided enough and have kept so the bonus round doing a little bit of damage, not too much. A lot of it coming down to that play from Tens. Oh yeah.
Kita setim mana mah?
It's so creative
Oh.
and flashy. It's wild. I thought there was a good
He's just that guy when it comes to this map.
Mak paling atas
pretty
lagi.
classic defensive setup here for Loud.
Apa mah?
QCK and Cowanty
Paling atas.
Siapa?
have 3 or 4 different to cycle through.
Mak sampah ni cok.
Tak ada musuhnya anjir, kemana ya?
Switch closing the door in mid. Something that they prioritize all the time, whether it's less or 2E's doing it. You can hear it now. It's just gone down. That gives Sen some information.
Lah sensinya berubah anjir. Anjir back spark.
Pause in the round where the cross
Limit.
Itu pun tidak
pause in the
jauh.
round is really going to incentivize.
The info is jump spotting is punished for it.
Nice mah. Low semua mah.
Ah. Sekian 2 orang.
Nice.
Let's get themselves into it here. Player advantage.
Kau pakai apa, Pak? SMG?
SMG.
Can't loud out too much just yet though. Grouped up together nade. Ooh, it's a bit of a blunder.
Pakai SMG
Swing
lama.
into that one. It was anticipated for it. Paranoia
Ya
in
tak
front of it.
pakai
Sadak, he
assault.
had to be the playmaker there and he was not. Top down now.
Cik senjata epic je lah.
O10s repositions on top of Jenny. Vulnerable. Snake bite. Just me.
Everyone on Mount Savin. Yeah. But they just don't even want to get back into this.
Wah,
From Celts is sure. But Tens then anticipated that they would try to follow up on that, sent the paranoia through,
Kenapa aku ni?
and was able to
Nampak ni.
isolate the duel onto Sadak.
Ya Allah, mak.
Zen have got enough players who understand the rhythm of the game. Trying to turn situations in their
Wah, anjir sensitivity ininya agak nyebelin, Cok.
Just seeing that on the replay again, it's such a large punish onto QCK. And it's all due to that freeze that John Cutie calls into the round. They force out the fault line, and then they freeze everybody, group up A main, and look to try to punish the info peak. It's so similar to how they were approaching their split attack side with a real slow, patient game. At some point, Loud need info on defense.
Wah, anjir apa mah kau mah?
Asal.
Combination with a utility use. This time Dizzy.
Oh.
Yeah, flash through into elbow.
It's all
Sipik, sakit Cok, sipik.
Sentinels quickly after going for their default utility. Group up as big.
Gila kill 14 ya, aduh.
With the door being closed.
Online, being able to go for the B-bomb. Not. Avoiding it.
Oh. Mana juga, Cok.
Flashes do go flying though.
Tak pandang ni tinggi ni.
A damage kick in, almost getting brought down himself. He's on 60 health. About to come online for Loud.
He's very isolated.
Pas ada mati, Cok.
To try and get
Lah.
in and rule that angle over the top now.
Sakit ke orang tuanya teh.
Traded equally.
Gila si tak bisa kalah anjir.
But it's up to the rest of his team, I think, to dissuade and push them back. Yeah, Paranoid's there. And he
Kena
does catch
tabir.
QCK. Just alive. No longer. Deep cam round the back. Loud left
Wah, aku
really
nonton
scrappy,
ah.
looking for options, and they've decided to take the fight. Force him to win. Who wins that? Get out of here. Still no tap on Twitter.
Wah, anjir, Lord.
Incredibly so. 2 years facing with all the kills. You're joking, but the pressure too much. No. What a bomb.
Wah, Sen menang, Cok.
What is that? What an absolutely ludicrous round. Loud did such a good job of putting pressure forwards into B main. That's where most of the post plant on B is going to come from, is this battle about who can dominate B main control. And Loud really did a great job of that. Being able to, I mean, they should have been able to catch Tens earlier. Let's go. But the flank timing coming in from John and Tens and John buying so much time, ending that round in such a weird fashion.
Bizarre set of circumstances. We're hitting a bit of a repeat here for Sentinels.
Les is looking to challenge B main early on.
Holding the angle, but actually, fuel going to be fading. What is
Wah,
that?
anjir, Lord.
Just pre-aiming, anticipating it for seconds. So tight to the angle there.
Very confident too.
Necessary kill for him. He's not having a great start to this map, but let's get back onto the board with that one at least.
Kawanzin went and took the ult orb over towards A, so he now has the Rolling Thunder online.
Initial tap, but now going to be sticking it for the plans. That was all online now for it. Here's the Rolling Thunder. Back into them. Showstopper to use. There's a bit of a reaction into this one. And Zekken, his whole goal is to really slow this one down. TP dodging out of the way. On top of the box, they're going to expect this one to drone. We'll see it. Tags him up. So eventually, Tens will be spotted into this one and done. Spot the QCK through the wall. Favoured for it. There's the wall bang angle on top of it now. It's an interesting fight to be taken. John QT
turns it into a 2 versus 2. 2 tagged up by the knife, but just a tap onto the head. Spots it now, Zelsis. So much more in this position. Sadak feeling frantic in nature. Does he have it? I don't know. Did he get onto it in time? It's so close.
Wah, anjir.
These rounds are coming down to fractions of a second. And despite John's best efforts, Sadak's able to win that one in the 1v1. A little bit more patience from Zelsis would have done it. Oh, gonna be kicking himself. Can't offer loud opportunities like that. You can see Sadak wasn't even sure.
Oh my. How tightly contested these rounds have been. The economy's taking a bit of a tumble. Dodgy buys across the board.
Kanzim and QCK dominate A main to start this round out. That allows them to build up towards the Phoenix zone. Second and 10s are looking to try to explore mid again. They haven't done this in a while.
All to try and fake the presence over towards A, maybe even into some of these players. Yeah, they're just barreling all the way through into mid. There's a nade! Watched it! Zeltis still here. Junkyou Tito, they're just trying to dominate this one. There's one singular position. They do control A main. Chaos into the mix. In through the back side, just spots the elbow. Just spots the elbow and tends. Looking this way, that way. You know where the players are going to be coming from. Sassy, last one left. Been granted one extra. Gets the one, backs out. 50 seconds in the round.
It always gets me listening to the Brazilian fans chanting against Sassy. It just seems so wrong. He's in a very difficult situation.
Opt to reload, didn't want to give away any sound cues.
If he finds a timing to separate individuals, maybe he could get something done. He doesn't have to be anywhere near the plant. Everyone on loud is so
They're going to make mistakes. They don't think he's there on the angle in time. He's caught himself into the 1 versus 2. Oh, slow line here for Sadak, but he doesn't really find a time to use it, but the dart reveals, or Sassy has to pull up an absolute miracle. 5 HP drop down, backing away. Now, why?
Wah, anjir, clutch. What the fuck is that, bro?
Beastly performance.
Wah, anjir.
Silence in the Brazilian crowd.
That clutch is like a dagger to the heart of Lau.
Panas semua nih, kalau lihat.
I've seen Sassy get these before when he was playing in Americas. It's all down to him playing the Gecko. The fact he can be so far away from where the plant goes down. His positioning is just immaculate in that situation. Lauda not thinking about it.
Sassy as a player, we needed to see a big step up. He was Northern 6 when it comes to those first kills, the first deaths last map. Wasn't having a good game. Free fire with a knife, less lucky. Relatively unscathed, all things considered there. Just backing away from the rifle. Being rained down. Massive roundup. Still left reeling myself. Flash, clearance, snake bite to respond.
And Lauda going exploring through mid. If Sen back off here, thinking that it's a B stack because of all of that utility in their face, they may end up running into danger. John's watching it, and they do still have a trip there. But in terms of anticipating 4 players,
10s. Cleared, now crossfire. So forward of neural theft, everybody scattered to the winds. I'd realise it. Okay, we've been found out. Got to back away now. Just try and flood back into this. Do some economic damage. Some util flying forwards here. Not enough to push away the plan though. So still, spike down and out. Oh, hello, QCK. Oh, turn on the fire. He's still alive here. I think there's too much danger.
It shouldn't be dangerous, but when the loud players hit shots,
just never know. Tap.
Wah, anjir, quick one.
Rattling their heads now. Already 2 taken, stricken off the list. Thrash has to be used. He popped the ult. He popped the ult, man.
He got caught by it though.
He's trying to time it. Yeah, detained up into the corner here. Potentially winnable though. Now, man, it's looking more and more likely. Finally fades away and he's back into it. But here it is. The follow-up.
Wah, gila ngeri banget quick one, anjir. Wah, anjir. Gak jelas, gak jelas.
You know, the one team's got an enormous advantage. They've got rifles, they're in a post-plant position, and yet it still feels Like, any team can take it. We've had some rounds go down to defuses with a fraction of a second left on the clock. We've had a 1v3 played by Sassy. Exactly. That is going to harm the economy, but not in a way that has immediate effect. But it's going to keep a lid on Sen's economy getting out of control and going to allow Loud some opportunities to maybe play some anti-ecos later on. But 5 out of 6 of the most recent rounds have all gone the way of Sentinels after Loud got off to that hot start. And to be honest with you, I'm not mad at all at the way they
Sahur aku.
because think back to Sassy's 1v3. Okay, in order to get into a 1v3 situation, Loud had to play that really well, and they did. They collected on the mid play, they got themselves into a player advantage. They just lost out because there's beasts on the other side of the stage.
There's no player on either of these rosters that doesn't deserve to be here. Everybody capable of stepping the hell up.
Speaking about that, when you look at the scoreboard, QCK is the player in position to do the most of that. It's less actually who we haven't seen as much from. Usually we're expecting less to just be hyper consistent, finding his moments to have value even though he's playing the Viper. With this composition he does end up being pretty stuck over towards B. And Senna been playing so grouped up, he hasn't really found those opportunities. Different defensive setup though, again being run here from Loud as Kawanzin and QCK move their way over the B.
Just calling up at the back of it. Now 2 years. This time standing strong, just trying to brave the onslaught as well. Russia players now ready to push him back and away.
Zels is getting the ult online, can counter Sadak. You can see Sadak getting set up to go for the ult. Oh, they just rip it anyway.
Okay. Send it out wide. Smoke's not even popped up yet. Yet second in position. Breaking. This for the tar. Now planned. Some extra layer of this one. Sentinels, do they have anything cooked up to try and fight this one further?
Normally Loud are going to throw in a lot of utility early for plant denial.
Hunter's Fury. Molly's going to be used towards the back of the side. Hunter's Fury. There's the connection. Second falls. The beams of that one that's still not being dislodged from these positions. 10 up top. Familiar angle. Has the ult now for a classic reposition. Ult into the back of the site. Could be anyone's game on a knife's edge. Every single instance. 10's sticking the plow. Not quite already with the ult into the back, but he has been cleaned up. 2 years there. It's a 1v2. Taps it. Gets Sassy. Doesn't give him anything. Still bides his time. Waits it out. And now it has been fully drawn down. To the final moments. All the kills going Loud's way. But not the round.
Same again. Same thing again. The retakes, they are effective, but just not enough to be able to get over the line for Loud. It's 10's position, I think, here that is the magic. Look at him, the way that he's able to wiggle out and avoid being traded because he's got the pillar to dance around. It looks lovely. Senna setting up these post plants is dealing with a lot of what Loud are going for. And when you saw Loud demolish EDG here, one of the things they were doing on their A retakes was throwing in a lot of plant denial, making it uncomfortable for EDG to get into good post plant spots. But they can't do that when Zelsis is ulting them.
Possible. Needs to cut away. All these close rounds just going down straight to the wire. Again, economy. It's not good.
No. And how many times have we said that? It's just been a running theme. Normally, because Sen get out to such a hot start in every half, this time they actually have to grind their way back into ecoing Loud. Off the back of a 1v3 from Sassy.
Ridiculous recovery. Well, there's danger there though. These Loud players, they're opting for a stack over towards B. He's again, same spot he's been playing in time and time again. Really disrespecting them though, just holding the angle for some util. Needs to fire on.
Yeah, I mean, what is the timing of this?
I don't know. I mean, he's found something. Just hearing the footsteps, but the flash is connecting. To the space, just seeking to delay as long as possible. Sentinels though, looking likely they're going to have an open sight. 2 years is really trying to make this feel like there's lots of players here. Nades forward, so they just spam the box in the common angles. They do deal with him, and finally the flood defense is here in time, but can Loud do anything about it? Beautiful dart. Everybody lit up here, even with the stingers, there's danger. Danger in abundance, but still with the rifles. Holy!
It's 10's again, man! You can't get away from him! Playing that post-plant position Over towards A-Link, swings around, gets 3, and saves the rest of his team.
shit.
They needed it. They were all barreled up in sight. You look
Bunker it
over.
down, man. Bunker it down. That's a terrible post plan to be playing against.
Yeah.
Playing in position at least.
Well, you see how much more difficult it looks for Sentinels when Loud are close by, able to flood defend and throw that utility to put pressure on them before they can get into post-plan positions. And Tens bails them out, top of the scoreboard, doing things fantastically, playing from similar spots.
Keep cross map knife. You're landing over towards market.
That's going to give them a good idea about what the defensive setup looks like, because often QCK is going to be on A.
Indicator now, just waiting for the right time to strike. Thrash. Gen into the util. They cut up the side actually through the back here. There's a detainment into mid, but won't be any follow-up. At least onto that one. QCK should be alive as well. He's got some backup from the rest of it. Plan now down, and it looks like this might be another funny round.
Yeah, Loud are playing really heavily for backside B control, which is going to allow them to get players in, flooded.
Hitting as well. Just to play for it. QCK does have his own ult now. Run it back. Initiated. He was suppressed in time, but just let it loose. Be seeing if he can hunt down a few of these kills. And yep, Zeltis caught. Util out in his hands. Wasn't really quite aware of that one. Dizzy tagging away. Zekken spam. Dart. Here we go. Only 3 players left now. Loud. Fast on the approach. Aftershock there, but a quick TP into the corner. Paranoid order. Util layered on top of each other, and they just cannot do anything. Scintillating, sizzling away, spraying them down with the rifles gained. And that is Loud up to a 5 round. 7-5, you can't fault it. Plenty of chances.
It's an awesome half. So many of the rounds could have gone either way and were decided on the tiniest of margins. But I think Loud really figured something out there in that final round. The pit to be able to flood into back B site and the way that they dealt with the aggressive players forwards was lovely. It was anybody's game though. And I think Loud need really another pistol to be able to get back into this.
It's hard to say, it was so tightly contested. Exception of being our first map, but it has just been back and forth we go between these two teams. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Sou o Calanzinho, sou iniciador da Loud. Senti muito bem, a EDG é um time que, pra mim, tem um dos melhores players visuais e acredito que o deles não estava no 100% deles. O Kankan é um player, é um star player e acho que ele não performou tão bem, então acho que o principal motivo disso foi a nossa individualidade hoje, que estava muito boa. Então acho que depois que a gente corrigiu os erros contra a GNG, a gente estava bastante confiante. Né? Acho que a partida contra a FPX deu uma confiança muito boa pra gente, então acho que a gente esperaria que ia ganhar assim deles, mas ninguém esperaria esse ponto. Né? Cara, a gente não esperava isso, mas acho que nós tivemos um plano de jogo muito bem executado pela nossa parte.
30 seconds. They have no map control. They are just looking to take it to the elbow, the flash. Perfect. He hasn't killed anyone yet, but QCK, he just slaughtered every member remaining of EDG.
Eu acho que a Sentinels é um dos melhores, ou se não, o melhor time aqui do campeonato de Madrid. Cara, acho que o diferencial deles é que eles jogam muito bem como equipe. Quer dizer, tem o star player que é o Ziken, mas eles jogam muito bem como time e acredito que todo mundo pode performar muito bem lá. E ganhar um clutch ou talvez levar a partida. Rapaziada, muito
Sahur mah, anjir.
Quero agradecer muito, principalmente a minha família, meus amigos que me mandam mensagem no WhatsApp, que me ligam. Estou muito feliz que a gente conseguiu fazer isso e classificar para o playoff. Só quero pedir vocês, fãs, que continuem confiando na gente, a gente vai dar o nosso melhor e vamos tentar conquistar esse título para casa. É isso, tamo junto.
Praise for his opponents. I mean, talking all the talk there about Sentinel's team play, and it goes to show as well. I mean, even praising Zekken as their star player. Now, Zekken's at the bottom of the scoreboard right now for his team.
Yeah.
And yet still, Sentinels are holding a lead 7-5 when they had an absolutely horrific start to the entirety of that half.
Yeah, and actually, I think the story over the last couple of maps has been not so much Sen getting the advantage at the beginning of the round, but just having really strong ways of being able to close things out. Tens has been amazing in those spots. And so we're going to a pistol, which is insanely important, especially for Loud, I think, to be able to get online. Complete contact. Zelsis picks a mid-round timing. Knife destroyed. Could be anybody there.
Spakan out. Still open towards his back.
Okay. So close to getting punished there.
Very close. I mean, Les was quick onto the angle.
to that avenue of opportunity. They want to flood out now, facing with the bodies. Paranoia backing away. QCK.
Yeah.
That's unreal. It's blind as the fadeaway. Damage has been done definitely to Zelsis here. Single shot will do it. It's close. There it is, straight to the chest. Brings him down. John can't do much. So Loud with that pistol round, you got to think. Back in charge.
Yeah, looking good for it. To have not won a pistol round the entire series and then get both of them in the decider map could end up being crucial. No way of knowing yet. But Senna's certainly not going to force into this one again. On the defense side, not as many kills. That's a ridiculous kill though. That is a ridiculous one. But the fact that QCK was the tip of the spear is going to start building his way up to the Phoenix ult. And Loud started that with such a contacting approach.
To give anything away, the benefit of it being that Loud have tons of util left saved for the big site hit, especially over all day. Difficult one to try and get through. They clear through elbow, some corners.
I think Loud have got the read now that this was not a heavy A setup. They are just charging their way forwards. As soon as they don't meet people early, they realize that they've essentially got a free plan.
Nice.
It's a good post-line position as well. Spike to be dropped down, laid down, snake bite.
It looks like Sen are going to send utility here, rather than trying to save it.
They could take an early fight, and you're right. I mean, could get costly. Normally you want to be saving these pieces of util, but clearly Sentinel's thinking, feeling like it could be winnable, but not with the gun disadvantage.
No, I mean, keep an eye on the Sen retakes on A once we have rifles online, but that was very easily cleaned up. I think that's going to put people in positions where they need to go for light armor. It could end up being important against the Bulldog and the Stinger. And the fact that they ended up investing there in the utility to go for the retake. But I think Sen are going to be confident in those kind of rounds once guns are online. Their comp can just util dump spots on A. It's very difficult to hold on to post plants. That was most of the metagame actually that we saw in the last time that these teams faced on Sunset, was how they approached the A retakes.
Bonus round now to be cooked up for Loud. They've got plenty of danger in it. Running back earned. QCK, this guy is frying. I mean, he's 20 and 10 currently. Top. And the score at the top here, though. Tap and a face. That contact play style. Finally, punishment in place.
Yeah, but I mean, what a spray from Zelsis! Yeah. They're trying to punish the orb pick up there, and they both get sprayed down. Targeted the Paranoia onto a spot that Tens is often likely to play, but it's second up there this time. In market. The trip not broken though, they know it's fake market pressure. Yeah, this is a weird one. Oh, did they spot a hint of 2Es? Was there that question mark on the mini-map? Maybe. Yeah, pinged out, I think.
Yeah, it is. Leaning this way. Celsius. He is a low player, but he decides to take the fight anyway, not set up onto that angle with any form of util. Sassy now, he's in a one and done. Dart has to be broken, and he's revealed his position now. This is problematic. Still util now. Ten's right behind them, sends out the Paranoia, and there is that swing, and that's a spike to be dropped down. Most of his team nowhere near here. Les is the last one standing.
This flank from Sen has worked beautifully, but the Loud players barely reacted. I don't think they knew where that Paranoia was coming from. Has left Les in a 1v3, in a much worse position than Sassy was when he was able to get the plant down.
15 seconds left in the round. It's a possible scenario.
10 seconds left.
Les will just be trying to win this one while the rest of the team in silence scratches their head, wondering where it all went wrong here. That pick onto Zelsis puts Sassy in such a difficult position, and the flank from B bailed him out.
This might be Sentinel's just getting a bit of a read, I think, in terms of how Loud play and set up into this one, of how many risks they were taking on this round against the bonus round, right? You think about it, pushing through into B main, hard flanking through the back. Even more on information.
But I think going for flank plays like that just plays really nicely into Loud's composition, which lacks the Cypher. Anytime you can get aggressive like that, yeah, go for it. Why not? Loud are not going to have that information. They're going to find it difficult.
Not to be dislodged from this spot. There's a Phoenix flash in his face. No, won't be punished and dropped down. Paranoia now. TP, phone line, everything. The kitchen sink being tossed and turned and shucked at them. Go through market, flash over the way, ring around a Rosie. Zekken can't escape.
So now we get to see Loud in a post plant. We saw a lot of it from Sen. Here it comes.
Paranoia, yeah. Thrash as well. Torbjorn laid out on top of one another. Fast. Covered play. Something to the corner was utilised a little bit earlier, but everybody tucked into main. We have the orb for this one. Potentially some mollies as well. We're going to see how the util just reigns supreme into it. Dizzy over the top. Anything to try and latch onto this spike and get the defusal started.
Is there time for the Thrash?
I don't even know. I mean, listen, it's going to be 1 second left. He wants to use it, but again, somebody needs to get onto this one. Already detained. Into the side, into the corner. Where is the time pressure? Hello! Finally, Wingman down, and the rifle's there. Has to be bodyguard duty. Spraying them all down. Wingman! He's been stopped in his tracks. Half tapped. Sassy. No more to room. No more to work with.
And this game, more than any that I've seen recently, has featured just everyone dead on both sides kind of post plants. Where things are coming down to time so much. I mean, both teams playing this kind of more passive setup over towards B with the post plant, but throwing a couple of people in aggressively to draw out early utility. And so teams are getting stalled in these spots. If Wingman had not gone down there, we could have had a very similar situation to Icebox, where little bro's just sat inside the pit, just tinkering away, cutting the red wire.
Yeah, it's a good heads up from Loud, though. They get the 3 kill spraying down. I think most teams might just end up stopping the spray. Thinking that they got everybody. All the targets are going to be on it, but now, Diligent.
I wonder, does this knife incentivize Sentinels to go for the B push again? Is there going to be some kind of trigger that gets Sen going aggressive on the map? You see that John is moving around his Cypher setups. This time he's got a cam in mid, so they don't have to play that particularly. Just rely on the cam. Trip for market because Sen will play B main kind of aggressively to start the round.
Smells like a B retake.
Does. And obviously you don't want to be hard anchoring the site against Currency's Rolling Thunder. But also Loud would love to save it if they get the info that it's a B retake setup.
Hello, how's that all going? Straight up into the sky.
Not where it's supposed to.
Rolling Thunder now, though. Feel the presence. Now they're going to be using it. Tens. Peas. And away. Back to the corner, actually.
Not away.
Even deeper angle. He wants to try and take the fight to him. Flash. Forward to set it up. That's
Halo?
Oi.
dynamic duo just weaving in and out. And the flood
Lagi apa tuh?
Nonton Sentinel. Jangan lot.
I think this map is set up so nicely for B flood defending. And the way that Tens just eats the breach ult and still is able to survive and get a kill. Yeah, they just assume, okay, nobody would be silly enough, nobody would be whimsical enough to take a teleport into the corner while stunned up. You're dealing with Tens.
Goes through.
He's taken the brain of Angel and Redgar and combined it with the skill and impeccable timing of... Dude, I mean,
himself.
Yeah, yeah. Who's got it like he does?
Yeah. He's stylish, man. He's stylish. Put on a nice edge. One of the only rounds, really, that just goes entirely the way of Sen. See them now, just that lead. Getting the money back down here for Loud.
Yeah, this is devastating. Once Sen start building up a little bit of momentum like this, you could see them pulling away.
Right here. You on the other side.
Loud would love a thrifty here.
See them do it. Sharp the Sheriffs. As he dealt with flash to follow up as soon as that knife gets the confirmation. No one peeking off of it though. All the noise in the world being made really out towards Alba. Now Zekken should be able to get himself out of there with a satchel. In fact, wash a sheet. That's nasty. Up, taking a pause into the round here off that initial kill. Just seeing if they can pull any of the Sen players
Gadget.
around the map.
It would be a little difficult to retrieve this rifle. Might not be something that is possible to do. The smoke though.
It's just Sassy who's holding the corner. Like you said, there's a smoke now.
Yeah, now it is possible to go and get that.
Calling for a reclear potentially of their own. Wingman. Brew gets the acknowledgement.
Yeah, somebody's in elbow and also pushed up close. That gives you a good idea. It's going to be a re-hit. 10
Wah,
takes
ngeri
the fight.
banget.
There's a fault line follow through there. Zelsis close to the corner. They get the punish. Those shots now. They're worried about the TP close to the corner here. Zelsis heard that sound cube. It's all just feigns and fakes on top of each other. There's only 25 seconds left. What do you go for here? I mean, a pause into the play.
for a re-hit.
20 seconds.
Going for a re-hit.
Celsius is in a committed position.
Really committed. As the first phase coming through, it's just the players of the Sheriffs, and they're all going to be falling now. Really crumbling. Less. One with a rifle makes a decent job, a decent go of it, but now 2 more rounds. The lead here, Sentinels.
Loud look a little lost in that spot though, man. That was a bit of a disappointing round. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take the timeout, and I think they have actually. But they call a pause in the round there, right? On their attack side. But there isn't really a threat that they could be going for the hard rotate, because John's still got up all of his Cypher utility. He's got a cam deep in B main, he's got a trip for market, and the players over in A-Link know that there's nobody lurking mid. So what exactly are Sen going to be afraid of? Especially when the wingman catches contact. Like, this is... Ball we go. Don't be scared. Let's go. Good. Yeah, and on the other side of things, Sen building up that confidence, making sure that everybody's on the same page.
Vibes Merchants laying it down.
Yeah. So this next rifle round, it's a perfectly timed tactical timeout. Because this next rifle round is going to be extraordinarily important, pivotal in how this map goes. If Loud lose it, after investing ults, which I'm sure they're going to go for, they'll be dropped back down to an eco. And Zen are basically, at that point, just on a coronation march.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're going straight up.
The upper round 2 playoffs.
So this is a must-win for Loud.
Put everything into it. Luckily, Fjord's being a run it back. I mean, it feels like QCK is never without it. Been earning it with such frequency. All the kills he's been getting, the plans, the orbs funneled into him.
But has he been able to find value?
Yeah, that's the thing. Seems quite offhanded in terms of the way that they do approach to use it. Every now and then you might see it still. Sassy, holding with Dizzy.
Okay, this time they wait out the knife at the start of the map from Celsius. So Loud have to start a little further back, but they don't give away that there's 2 players over towards A. Stun, have to try to take a little bit of space. And look at John's setup again. Cam for the mid lurk, trip for market. Loud have not been breaking these.
Again, acknowledgement there from Dizzy. Stray shots missed him. Right off the warning shots. I know there's somebody, at least one player lurking out towards A.
But they're not scared of mid, and they're not scared of market, because John's utility is still there.
Right inside the smoke. I mean, they're setting up for a pop flash play here. Yep, they can hear it. Door being broken down. They're going to try and fight Tooth and nail for control of it. The nade down. How does Second get 2? That is ridiculous. QCK forced the bodyguard his own spot there. Driving.
It goes down to a 3v3 in a really weird fashion. Sen have committed pretty heavily to the B side of the map. So Loud have actually managed to find an opening here to go for a post ban.
30 seconds left.
Hanya kosong dah tu.
Might already be just close with the rocket, but no. Has to respect it, wondering if they could be lurking a potential avenue. Free plan here. Loud.
And some players in potential positions to play a nice post ban too. You don't have to be worried about the initiator utility from Sen, which is the main part of it. But obviously there's still danger with the paranoia, with the showstopper. Loud get info that there's nobody on the flank.
Yeah, exactly, with that dart. Get around now, and that's a Hunter's Fury to add even more time pressure. Ult committed and stuck. Tens is forward. He wins his fight. That is ridiculous. Still with a paranoia, now to showstopper. Seeking to commit this one. Where these players might be, but the first tap at least forces out the ult. Rocket flying. Jen clears the 1, but on top of this corner, on top of the box, 2 years, has to reveal his hand, spraying it through, guarding, blocking, all the bullets, second, sticking, and he's won the round for his team.
Nice.
Despite the heroics of Sadak, not enough. Barely enough. Look at that, 0.37.
It's wild how close these rounds are getting.
Oh my god.
But also, how on earth is Sen even in position to do that? Tens sticks the ultimate, gets caught by a player. QCK is shooting for like a third of a second before Tens even realizes where he's positioned. Still flicks straight to his head and opens things up. Even when Loud have openings, Sen are still finding their way through. And I said that was going to be the important round.
Exactly. Here's the money. Dire Straits. Take alone out from the bank. They'll even give you one here. Aftershock at the top cam position used early. It's just a trio. I mean, clear out John QT, who's had that cam at the top section of mid. Cloud have been given control of market, control of mid now.
Yeah, this is a very different flavour to the round. The problem is the weaponry is just so advantage towards Sentinels. Loud have finally got a better macro idea.
Still going to be some danger.
Too late.
Two players spotted, contact up here. Shock touch now, and the squeeze is online. QCK is wrapping around. Molly there. Oh, hello. Trip. 10's lit up entirely. Let's loose that paranoia, but that one way, less than ideal. It was John's.
Great crunch in B main though from Loud.
Yeah.
Sen couldn't figure out how, which direction to go in, I guess.
Ya mati Zelis.
All good. And what a recovery. The MasterCard Thrifty coming through could not have been a better timing for it. By all rights, that should have been Sentinel's favourite to go up to series point. Instead, they're going to take a tactical timeout here to discuss what went wrong. And to me, it's very clear. They finally lost market control. Loud actually went and took that space on the map that otherwise John's just been watching with a trick.
Main control, pivot from Sen. Yeah, you are right. Losing control of that one. So Sentinel's going to be using this timeout now to discuss precisely where that went wrong. Potentially putting more of an emphasis onto mid. But again, Sadak, world-class caller this guy is. No slouch as well with the aiming department, at least for this map. He's going to be potentially even expecting that. There's layers to it.
Yeah. I think from Loud though, this timeout is also going to serve them. Because they've been struggling to deal with what Sen have been throwing at them. And I think it is possible that that eco round has given them a serious clue of how to adapt in the game. Sadak is normally so good at coming up with those adjustments late on in a map, late in a half, late in a series. He's not one of the guys to run out of ideas. So let's see what he's brought to the table, coming out the back of this timeout. Looks like Sen want to try to take the game to them, perhaps. We can see them pinging out the mini-map over towards A. Second set up for an earlier fight, something he hasn't done a ton of.
We're waiting for the acknowledgement of the knife to go for flash play. Busy, combined. Not broken. Play attack there.
And it was Sadak, who does sometimes play alone on the opposite side of the map. Just to make it feel like there's presence where there isn't any. Sassy gets ult online.
Big one. Pretty firing, hoping the shot there onto the market trip, but no dice, still remains up.
So, John continues to provide great info to his team.
Hello. Oh, second got for the repick there with the thrash, is punished.
Yeah. Second's been neutralized, to be honest. As much as Colin was bigging him up at the halftime, in the second we're talking about Loud's, Sentinel's strength. They have managed to neutralize the star player of Sen. They need more. Dodge the knife again. This is going to give Loud the perfect time to go into Sassy. Can he pull out some magic?
Drone hears it, has to respect it now, it's running away just to get the hell out of there. Doesn't break the drone either, so it clears out the site entirely, no command. Loose let rip, Zelsis spreads it wide now, cross onto the side, not going to be letting them use that util plan, stuck here,
One script.
onto that high ground approach.
Nyambil.
Less being removed as well. Star players gone pound for pound, just removing this one, and a call is made to try and fight this one. Sassy taking it straight to them. Man in tow, and he just caught the backside, clips Sadak out towards the back of the head. Flash through, running gun with a Spectre, ult denied, 2 years, he's miles away. The knife gives them every single bit of information they could want. Skipping a hop, dodging round, surely!
Nice!
Sen up to 12. Oh my!
Another round where every player on Sen hits the deck and they win it anyway. I was looking at the minimap the whole time into his positioning. He lurked his way fully through B main, walked all the way into Boba, going around the world, and he was way out of time.
Ini batu.
Yeah, it definitely looked like bullets were headed in tense direction. The it's better to be lucky than good, and damn if Pens isn't both.
This is it, potentially. Precipice of defeat for Loud. GCK, sliver of an angle, just holding it ADS, but he does not get what he was seeking. Away, less. These are matters into his own hands.
Yeah.
Look at this deep look.
These are the rounds where Les just decides, all right, my team's struggling to come up with an idea. I am going to make the play to win.
Goal, Celsius.
Anjir,
Wasn't ready
Celsius.
for it. Peeking it wide like that, just slowly. Just did manage to vacuum up that space now. There's going to be that repick. Sassy just trying to tuck himself into the corner here. Needs some help from the rest of his team. Hunter's Fury trying to collect these kills as well. They're trying to face from Spawn. Run it back there. Actually brought him down with the ult. And Sassy in this entire time somehow has stayed alive. Tucked to the corner. Got a smoke in his back to try and help him out. And everybody's going to be facing him here. Flash in his face. Spraying through.
Anjir.
This time Loud.
Ya intilah.
It's on top here. 5 alive. He might not be long for this world either.
Probably just going to save. I mean, look at the economy of Sen. It feels like Sen are in control, and yet you look, because they've died so many times while winning these rounds, they don't have an economic cushion to rely on. So John keeping this weapon online, it does end up being really important.
It's common the entire time. See it in this camp.
Yeah, it's like a mini timeout for them, right?
Yeah.
To discuss what's going on. And really, the big difference that round is that Les just found an opening up through elbow. I'm not sure exactly how he's managed to find that read, that Sen had nobody playing there. Perhaps, even if people were playing there, he was happy to take the fights, just believing in himself. Does John save this?
He needs the rifle. And 2 years, I mean, he's just making a mockery of him. Trying through, knowing he's low enough.
We are going to be headed into, oh my God, the final few rounds here of the match, with Loud favored to drawing it to the final round. And maybe even some OT afterwards. It's crazy the adaptations that these teams are willing to make. And even if it isn't a team-based thing, these players are willing to make. Look at this gamble. Sen gambling over towards A, because that's where Les found the success previously. Sadak's already swapped it up. They're headed in the opposite direction. Trying to keep it safe, keep everybody together, make sure they can trade out low ecos.
Stampede there, hearing him across the floorboards. Util in the world as well, pointing into that direction. A fast follow through from Sen. They're going to be chasing the noise cues. Hoping to try and flood in time, but there's nothing to push back this plan. So Kawazi gets into it now. The autumn line if he chooses to expend it, but probably not even necessary.
I mean, a win here for Sen is forcing out those ults, I think. Yeah. I'll say that. They could close it out here.
See? No one to break, no one to deal with it, but there's a flash using running and gunning.
They could close it out here.
Okay, drive by, going wide. One player forward, tap now, forces out the snake bites. Will have to be utilised here. Kawazin still has the ult, surely. There's no danger, short. He tends. Doesn't just TP, but he does straight into them, into their faces, tapping and spraying all the way through rifles. Save the day. John would potentially like to get away with this one, but it's going to the final round. Regular time anyway. That's what goes down with the ship.
I believe for a moment there, when Sen had their weapons, and were just running into backside, overwhelming people. That's pretty good awareness from Sadak as well. Tens is difficult to see in that spot. And this time, the rifles were able to find their mark and spam.
Tahan lama-lama.
They used the pit, a timeout.
Tanda tombol matinya.
A timeout taken. Right before the last round of regulation, Kaplan hits the red button.
Tension could never be high, could it?
Both teams just set to simmer.
Tombol matinya di atas paling atas. Yang ada yang anaknya, yang samping tempat ngecasnya. Ada kecil warna hitam. Mati kenapa? Ucul hidupkan laptopnya.
Ucul belum tidur.
Di sini wah main palo. Oh idola.
You know, if you hit an unbreakable, there aren't actually that many tools with Loud's composition to be able to get through it. There's obviously the drips or the shocks or an after shock, something like that.
Kok lama?
But Loud have not been meticulous in
office.
making sure all of
MS
that
office.
is eroded away. Tui's has bought the op again.
Office ko ada ano
Just trying to slow it down, and why not? You have the money, you have the cash.
apa naman sih?
Anticipating some kind of adjustment from Sentinels here, but it's everything tossed into the mix. One round to decide it. Does the series end? Does it get totaled? Or will there be that continuation of play? I would have a chance to fight back.
Very early dominance with their utility over towards B main. Paranoia used off the rip from 2Es.
Office ko gara ganti SSD itu ada ano din.
And see if they could punish it.
Da
Maybe they were
lisensi.
hoping that Zek or Sassy would play for the ult orb and they could get that. It really feels like they're trying to trap them going for the A ult orb. Zek and Sassy are not taking a risk like that to throw away their chance of winning the match and going to meet Gen G in the uppers. So no dice on that early trap.
Drone not broken. Feel it palpable in the air. I mean, it's equal tension.
Nice banget tensi.
Of chances, but he gets it. Ulted up, stunned up, will be brought
Anjir.
down. Some traders online here. The
Ultinya
call's
masih
made the set
disimpan
to
kok.
scatter. Backing away, playing for the retake here. Sadak. Go for the plan, but he's ended up just throwing it to the side. He's going to give it to QCK to get that run it back.
Optimizing, but also giving Sen an opportunity to throw in some
Wah,
util
bahaya sih.
early on. They're not going to go for the flood defend though.
Here it is. QCK lets it rip. Breaking the utils. Is he?
Ya nyangkut.
Unfortunate with it. Still watching. Holding for the flash. Anti-positions played. Spam into the box.
Nice.
But it does buy them critical time. Finding their way
Oh,
past.
bahaya
How they
sih.
can anticipate 2 years.
Wah, OT nih.
The other second shot goes flying wide. Smoke and disengaging. Back and away. Celsius seeking to clear this one out, but again the time running.
Wah, hampir ya Allah, ya lah. Overtime.
Once more, and Loud. Desperate for it, man. Crawling.
These late adjustments on Icebox and now on Sunset to be able to get into overtime have just been marvelous. And this with Tens being able to get the first kill onto Les to start with. But that punish at the back of the Rolling Thunder was so important. Remember what Tens was able to do to them over towards B as he teleported into a corner, didn't get away with any shenanigans like that this time. No ops being bought in OT.
Nah, dibuatnya story
Yang aku jago
yang dia cacat tak dibuatnya story ya. Lama gak ini.
Propped up. Yeah, going for their defensive setup where 2Es is the player holding aggressive over towards A, so they frequently leave 2Es alone in these spots. This time though, he's got backup from Currency. Dizzy off the cam contact. 2Es trying to find a timing to re-paranoia and take position on the A line. Doesn't catch anybody. It's the same kind of thing again here, Brent. Trying to set up this mid-lurk of A main. Distraction. But I swear, Loud are always super aware of stuff like this. Smoked it, pull Karazine away. He might get the reacting time though to help 2Es out with a couple of pieces of util. Now time is going to become an issue and a problem. Flash. We're over the top. 2Es just bumbling into the walls there. Lucky that he didn't pay for it with his life, but he backs away, and now the call is being made. Rotations abound here for Loud.
And now they're going to be in position to try to send util to stop this.
Satchel pathing over to the top. Plant. Going down here. Sort of util. After shock. Breaks it. 12 seconds. Time really against them. Snake bite drop down.
Anjir.
A chance to really gain some ground here, swinging wide to punish. Karazine, he understood it as a wing con and just decided to take the risk anyway. 2Es fake the TP back, and now they want to fight
nice.
into the back of the site. Double fake.
Nice.
Sentinels barreling through.
Wah, bahaya sih. Nice.
Through Sadak left in a 1v2. Second making the wrapper out to A-Link. Sticking this one half onto it, half onto the diffuse.
Wah, nggak di half anjir.
Nice. It's Sentinels on 13. They have pulled that one back from the brink. Loud's identification that was an A hit, and the fact that they got players ready to throw utility to stop and put pressure on the flank, that almost won them the round. You saw Kawanzin just barreling over the top of the mosh, trying to end the round instantly by denying the plan. But not everybody on the same page, and it gave Sen an opportunity. They're up on match series point. The time differences. Snowball out of control these rounds, you're right. Match point, point, series point, whatever you want to call it here. It's Sentinels in that driving seat. This time John Cutie hasn't put a setup for mid control as well, or mid information. So he's got the cam in market. He's going to need to rely on other people watching the top of mid. So that's going to weaken potentially the A side of the map.
11 pile 20
Kind of cheating here, going for a very aggressive.
Waduh, masih lama, Cok.
But a weak A,
Allah,
playing
biar
retake
kena.
A. We haven't really seen Sen in this match pull off the retake A superbly, but it does exist. Tense at this angle, man. I mean, a high-low position. You can't account for the two spots that he could be peaked from. The flash in his face was not turned in time. Doesn't make a footstep though, so they don't know exactly where he's positioned to punish him. Puts his way out. Cam broken there from the shutdown, I believe. They're going into the heavy B setup. To it indeed. Potentially into the jaws of
Nice.
Second. He's found his slice. Sadak removed. And now confusion. It's a frantic play from Loud. Which direction did it go into? The one-way stopping them. Ults. And util has to be used now to clear.
Nice banget. Second. Nice.
Masih siapa? Gimana? Nge-YouTube.
Ketahuan tuh.
Hidup bang.
Nice. Sentinel coy. Let's go.
Nggak nunggu waktu. Tinggal tidur ini baik tak ada. Besok makan tak ya?
Mana makan sahur mbak, bukan gak puasa deh kita kan.
Makan aja ya. Siapa yang mantau? Mau lihat deh. Dunia ini tidak kita bang. Kesukaan itu. Oh bang, terima kasih. Aku suka.
Da-na-na-na.
Suka kita ada beda. Ayo. Tak SMG aku tutupan berapa je tadi tu? 88 87. Dan 2 anjing. Nah, kau coba aku beli kemarin 87. 87. Aku ada. Dah bila aku beli 4,000 boleh tak? 87. Cuma kan dia 87. Numpangnya? 87. Aku lagi kita kawin sumpah aku kita. 87.
Ada sih di B. Kepala lagi.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Come back with the bigger gun. Their jet has nothing on me. I got her.
Destabilizing.
Di
Show me a target.
Destabilizing.
Not enough.
Yo, this.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A. Last player standing. If pain is a lesson, I learned a lot.
Nice!
Oh.
Killed it! And them. Who you just
Yung bago din siya sa'yo.
No distractions.
nggak ada cok.
Kayaknya ada.
Spike planted.
Oh itu ini aku cekak.
One enemy remaining.
like you could stop me.
Oh.
Five explosions.
Last round in the half.
Use everything you have. You use it anyway. Need a drop. Thanks.
Ini mana nih tadi?
You want to play? Let's play. Powerless. Show me a target.
Waduh. Lu banyak dong. Banyak dong. Dikit. Gimana lu? Perdana manis. Emang enggak kuat.
Anjir. 108.
Pernah celananya nih.
Wah, anjir. Nembak aku coy, sanse.
Perdana. Hotel perdana.
Charlie Mike, let's move.
Kung masarap tumingin sa mga kagyo.
Flawless.
That lot was trash.
Match point.
I'm enjoying this.
Do it again.
Suppressed. Flashbang.
Cutting their vision. Reloading. Enemy spotted A.
Wah, anjir lah jelas,
One
cok.
enemy remaining.
115.
Attackers win. The city is safe. Or no, it's victim. Never said I was perfect.
Match found.
Gue pakai apa ya guys ya?
My friends, good news. The new recruit is now combat ready. Even if they weren't, the radiant power certainly helps.
Barrier deployed.
Aduh.
Reloading.
Nah, aku udah sampai situ.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Reloading. Done. Reloading.
What the fuck, man?
Thinks he sees everything. I'm going invisible, idiot. Reload.
With me. Listening. Barrier deployed. No charges. Sound sensor up. Hostile down. No escape.
One enemy remaining.
I don't die so easily. I'm the last thing they'll see before they die.
Reload. I need a drop. Thanks.
I'm coming for you, ISO.
through. It's you and me.
Spike down B. Sound sensor out. One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
They're done.
Last round before the switch.
Reloading. They want more of me? Fine.
Pull them to their grave. Nothing there.
Wah anjir situ, cok.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Last player standing.
Ah, miss.
Switching sides.
Don't stop fighting. You must keep going. Yes. Even if it's... Here. Scanning ahead. There they are.
Enemy spotted. B.
Blocking movement. Last player standing.
Spike planted.
One enemy remaining.
90 Gi. Ah.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget that. Jump them. Scanning ahead.
Ultimate ready. Spike carrier down.
Spike down mid. Last player standing.
Nothing there.
Nggak dapat lagi.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Scratch one.
Aku yang haul nggak dapat dia. The fuck man.
They don't have a single life worth saving.
Push through any doubt. No escape.
Reloading. Shot down.
One enemy remaining.
Barrier deployed.
Revealing area.
Flawless.
Reload.
Next trick's on me. Reloading.
Match point.
Yes. Spikes here. Reloading. 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 Right there.
It's you and me. I know exactly where you are.
Last player standing.
Barrier deployed. Spike planted. No charges.
Alah anjing di mana sih? Ah. What the fuck man? Hah? Gila, nggak bisa nih. Setan.
Sudden death.
Leave it to me. I'll rough them up.
Nanti.
Reloading. Reloading. I'm coming for you, I say. Scanning ahead. Deploying drone.
Blocking movement.
One enemy remaining.
Your strongest was
Attackers
not
win.
enough. Pack your bags. Tally your kills. We're heading home.
Banyak missnya ini. Lah cukup lah. Nah, anjir. Oke guys, gua izin off dulu. Besok gua bakalan stream lagi. See you the next stream guys. Bye bye guys. Yang udah mampir juga thank you ya semuanya ya.